What's up, guys? Welcome back to Kind of Funny's MCU in Review. As always, I'm Tim Gettys. This is Andy Cortez. Over there, we got Kevin Coelho. We got Greg Miller.
Thanks for introducing me. It's a pleasure to talk to you today, Tim.
We got Nick Scarpino. It's going to be a good one. It's been a long day.
What were you thinking? What were you going to do? Because I'll tell you what I was going to do if you told me what you were going to do right when Tim started talking.
No, I was just going to chill, man.
That was it?
Chill, yeah. I like to freeze frame. What were you going to do?
I was going to start singing
Say 3,
the theme song
2,
to Growing
1.
Pains.
Show me that smile again.
Show me that smile. Don't waste another minute on your crying. You were almost there with the harmony.
Did that just happen?
I don't know.
I think, of course, as you know, Ashley Johnson in the MCU, in Avengers.
She is.
You
Yeah,
forgot
she's the
this
waitress.
Easter egg. You forgot this
Captain
Easter
Waitress.
egg. Captress
Sign it all
Waitress.
Captain Waitress. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kind of Funny's MCU in Review each and every week leading into Avengers Infinity War, of which there's only like 2 more weeks. We're going to review one of the movies and then rank the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You were probably saying, if there's not enough weeks to get through it, what are we going to do? We're doubling up, baby. Today we're doing Doctor Strange, but next week, on the normal Tuesday 9 a.m. time slot, you're going to get a little bit of that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 action. Ooh. And then Thursday that week, you're getting Spider-Man Homecoming.
Weren't confident in that one, huh?
No, I wasn't.
Yeah,
I think it's set for Thursday, but that sounds right.
That's right.
Thursday,
That's
9 a.m. And then the following week, you're going to get Tuesday, 9 a.m. Spider-Man Thor Ragnarok, and then Thursday will be Avengers Infinity War. It's going to be a good time for everybody involved. You can get the show on youtube.com/kindoffunny, Tuesdays 9 a.m. or on podcast services. Just search for Kind of Funny Reviews. That includes Spotify. That includes PodTrack. That includes iTunes, Apple Podcasts, I guess what they're calling them. It's everywhere.
Sure.
Good time.
Wherever podcasts are given away for free.
Given away for free. Get on that shit. Today we are talking about Doctor Strange.
Get you some of that strain. Should have been the log line for this, but
Andy,
I understand why not.
Andy, fucking say something, will you? You're sitting there so
I harmonized, man. What more do you want?
I
from me?
fucking harmonized, bro.
She showed us that smile again.
Released on November 4th, 2016. Directed by Scott Derrickson. Mm-hmm. Best known for directing numerous horror films, such as The Exorcism of Emily Rose in 2005.
Was that
Sinister.
a good movie?
I don't know. I never saw it.
I enjoyed Sinister.
Sinister in 2012. Yeah, I enjoyed it as well.
Scott Derrickson sounds like a very hot actor in the 80s.
Scott Derrickson.
Like he got a lot of
Christian
roles.
Slater.
Yeah.
Pump up the volume.
Exactly.
I just Googled him. He's not that.
He's
not hot.
I wasn't holding the can right.
And Deliver Us from Evil in 2014. I don't remember that either.
Oh, too bad it wasn't Deliver Us from Eva, which was like a rom-com where the like ex-girlfriend was crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Must have missed that
super
one.
ex-girlfriend. Too bad.
It is in fact too bad. It's cool though because I don't really know too many of those movies. I think Sinister is the only one I saw. But him being a horror director and watching this movie, there's certain elements I'm like, there's hints, a little horror pizzazz. You know what I mean?
Horror pizzazz.
Horror pizzazz. A budget of 100.
Up his ass.
Budget of $165 million. Ant-Man was 142. I think it was all the VFX.
It's weird that they did it for that little, because there's a lot of VFX in this.
Man.
And
when they're impressive as fuck.
And when they're
Super
VFX,
cool.
they go on like. Upon it was second viewing of this, actually this is my third viewing of this, I forgot how long some of those shots of the kaleidoscope things are, and they're fucking awesome.
They're really fucking
But
cool.
like the city folding in on itself over. There's that one fight where like Tilda Swinton's character comes back and like it's midway through and she's like, I'm about to wreck shit, and then doesn't wreck shit.
She has
and
a
gets
dope
killed.
fucking fan.
But
She's
she has
had
a
the
dope
whole
fan.
time.
But that
She
whole
wrecks shit,
sequence
but
where they're
she's-
the Escher style, like MC Escher style, like running up while he's running sideways, lasted a really long time. Like that's got to be like 50 mil right there.
Yeah.
And it looks really good.
It's so impressive.
It was flawless.
Yeah. When there was the little floating cities in the background too, it
Yeah,
was just like,
fucking
oh shit,
awesome.
this looks so cool.
Box office of 677.7 million. So
Not bad for Doctor
who the
Strange.
fuck would have expected that from Doctor Strange? Even looking at after this, it's like, oh well, Marvel knows what they're doing, so that's a surefire win. Nah, man, that's a lot of money for a Doctor Strange
I
movie.
distinctly remember making fun of this movie. I was like, this movie's gonna suck. Nobody's gonna go see this. Ah, man.
Yeah,
I'm
I
always
remember
wrong.
the cheesy moment where he first gets his astral body first gets knocked out, and he like looks at his hands in the trail. I was like, "This movie's gonna suck so bad."
you're
But
wrong.
I think it was a lot of word of mouth because I remember like I was working at Rooster Teeth when it came out, and everybody thought it was a joke, and then everybody slowly started saying, "No, it's fucking really good."
I mean, that happened with Guardians. That happened with Ant-Man. I
Yeah.
guess Guardians was a little earlier because of the trailer, but Ant-Man, people were talking a lot of shit. Andy, this is the first time you've watched this
First
movie.
time I watched
This is
it.
the first for the MCU in review.
Well, there you go.
There it is.
Besides Black Panther, doesn't count.
Yeah, I'm Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, same
He
person.
nailed it. He nailed it.
Kinda great.
Thanks,
Greg,
guys.
Yeah.
hit me.
So
plot.
guess what, everybody? There's this library in Kathmandu. That's right. They called the town, or they called something else. I forget. They'll tell us about it later. Don't worry about it. They got a bunch of library books there, and people need to get these library books. And it's none other than Mad Mickelson and his crew of ne'er-do-wells come in.
Mads?
That's what I was getting to it.
Okay.
Mad.
Get to the S.
Mickelson gets there. He takes the book, he tears out some pages, kills the old lops the librarian's head off. That was cool.
Which I thought was unnecessary.
Sure,
It
but
probably
he
could
set
just
the
be
tone,
not really
man.
good. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
This is a violent ass movie.
Could have
by the
tied
way.
him up,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it
I mean,
is
they
a
already
violent
tied
ass
him
movie.
up. Remember, they had him all like another very dramatic, like he was hanging there with the
I thought they were
wires.
going to use his head for something.
Right.
No, they just
Well, here, guess what? You think he's got it all locked, stock, smoking barrels? He doesn't have shit because Tilda Swinton comes in. That's right, Brianna Tarth herself, and she's like, "Listen here, you fuckface."
I didn't even understand how that reference.
I'm gonna stop you there.
Because they
You said
kind of
Tilda
look alike.
Swanson,
They
which I think
kinda look alike.
you're combining her and Christy
have similar
Swanson together
hair.
from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Just letting you know, I'm just
that's
calling it
fair.
like I see it. All right, Game of Thrones star Tilda Swinton comes in.
There you go.
And she's all like,
They
"No,
both wear
I don't
short
think
blonde
so."
hair sometimes.
Then they run
Not
out.
in this movie.
They run out into the streets of London, panic on the streets of London. You know what I mean? I'm saying that in my head as it happens. You can use it if you want. And so they're running out there, and then they go into Mirror World. They go into Mirror World. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know what Mirror World is yet, but we're in Mirror World where people can see them at first. Then they're into Mirror World, right? And it's all crackly, and they're running up walls and shit.
cool as shit.
Again, Tilda, she's just tilting these things left and right. Just whoop, whoop, whoop. People are falling. They're opening up keyholes and shit and jumping through and stuff. All this is happening. I don't remember. They get away. Everybody's
They
real,
open up a hole in the thing.
everybody's
they all
real
jump in
sad
that
about
nice
it.
Grass
You know what I
place.
mean? Everybody's
They
real
use
sad
their
about
sling rings,
it. We don't know what those are yet, though.
but they use them.
And then we
That's
get
what
the
I did.
Marvel logo, maybe. I think. Okay, good. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Thank you. Scarlet Witch, or nope, Scarlett Johansson's dialogue pops up there. You know what I mean? All right, cool. That's cool.
What?
I paused it at this point to talk to Jen about something, and it was paused on the line that she got red in her ledger in the Marvel Cinematic.
Oh, I
logo.
see.
You know what I mean?
I was like, I
That is
don't
a
remember her
very
doing the
specific
VO.
Just letting you
callback
know,
that
do
only
you-
you experienced.
Well, I'm just letting you know. Maybe you want to put that on your Easter egg list of things that Greg saw in the Marvel in this movie.
Put
You know what I
that
mean?
on Wikipedia.
Interesting to know, by the way, the difference between the Marvel logos and all the movies. Like, this is the first time I recognize that they're doing that one where some of it's moving a little bit. Like, he throws the shield and it paints in.
I think
as he's
this
doing
was
that.
the first use of
that the first one?
what is now called Marvel Studios fanfare.
Yeah.
And they go through and they show all the movie versions of the characters go through with him throwing the thing
Yeah,
and all that.
it was cool
and it's
in
not
this
just
one.
the comic book thing.
I missed the comic book thing.
But now
You still get that on Marvel movies that aren't MCU.
Fair point.
But I got
MCU
ScarJo's
review.
dialogue.
You do.
I have red in my ledger.
The most iconic line from any MCU movie to this day. Goo goo goo. Also, I love that you almost went Tilda Swinton, more like Tilton Swinton. Because you said she tilted
I
everything.
think you did.
Are y'all doing a different show over there?
Why don't you get on the booze cruise, sir?
So then we jump into the operating room where Dr. Stephen Strange is operating on somebody there. You know what I mean?
Being a big old douche. Dr. Douche is
he
more
knows a
like
lot
it.
of
It's like,
music.
you think Tony Stark is an asshole? This guy is an asshole.
He knows a lot of music. Congratulations. You know what I mean? Wow, you read Wikipedia discography and calls this guy out on some of his bullshit about when this movie. Whatever. It doesn't matter. They're
No,
talking
it
about
does matter because he calls him out on Chuck Mangioni's "Feels So Good," which is one of my favorite songs performed by a flugelhorn artist ever made. Also, one of the only one I can name.
Yeah.
Really, from a
Sure.
flugelhorn artist.
Sure. He crushes the surgery. Everybody thinks he's amazing.
They said it couldn't be done.
Yeah, they said it couldn't be done. Then Rachel McAdams runs in here. Her name's Christine.
Happy she's in the universe.
I need your fucking help. I got that guy from Boardwalk Empire, that guy from the
Men in
fucking
Black 3.
the fish fucking movie. He's gonna kill this guy.
The evil guy from Arrival.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Sure.
Also
Whatever.
true.
The doctor who operates on Strange's hands and steals free crisps from the hospital vending machine is Nicodemus West, played in the movie by Michael Stuhlbarg. West is a prominent character in The Oath, a popular 5-issue Doctor Strange mini-series by Brian K. Vaughan and Marcus Martin, which heavily influenced the tone of the movie.
Oh, neat. That's a good one. Okay. Good job. Did they have the ScarJo thing in there that I was
They
talking about?
didn't actually. That was
Interesting.
weird.
I think you can add it.
Doctor Strange puts it together like fucking House MD over here, but he doesn't need 30 minutes, all right? Then guess what? It's a perfect lead bullet. It's giving him lead poisoning. We got to get it out. You're going to fucking kill this guy and kill all his organs and shit. And fucking Boardwalk Empire, fish fucking movie guy, he's like, I didn't know. And they wheel him away, and Christine will help me, not you. And he has to sit there and be all like fucking baby about it. And so then he goes in there, and then something doesn't work right, so he's going to freehand it. She's like, you can't freehand it. And he's like, yeah, I can. I'm Doctor Strange. And he goes, why is everybody walking off one by one?
Kevin's not walking.
Did we get a cake? No cake.
I think Joey texted him.
We're over there, and like, he's gonna free ball it, as he says. And then the fucking Shape of Water fish guy over there, he's got his watch click-clacking away. Yeah, click-clacking away. He's not the fish man.
No,
he was
yeah,
just
but
in
like
it.
the evil dude. That
Yeah, he
got
was
his
Russian. He
fingers.
wasn't even. No, that's Zod. That's Zod.
Oh, you're right.
Zod's
You're
good.
right. Yeah, okay.
I'm talking about.
That's why I was confused.
I will find him,
Yeah,
Laura.
don't worry about it.
Oh,
Yes, we're finally
Fucking
doing
so
it.
good.
Welcome to the first episode of the Man of Steel podcast.
Let's
With me,
talk
Greg, and
about
that's Nick. Cover your watch. He covers his fucking watch. We get the bullet up. Bing, drops in there. Christine's like, you have to humiliate him. And he's like, yeah, I did. Nobody else can do it. I can do it. I'm a dick. I'm a big old dick named Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange then he's going to take a swing here at Christine, try to get her back on the winning team or whatever. He's like, I'm going to a medical thing. You want to come hear me talk? She's like, no, it's over between us. That was dumb.
asshole.
You're dumb. Yeah.
Yeah, it went really quickly from sarcastic like Nathan Drake sort of character, cool, and then like he slowly turned asshole. I was like, man, he's kind of
Well,
fucking
they got-
He's a prick when
he's
this
a
thing
dick bag,
starts.
dude. Yeah.
Some would argue he's a dick when it ends too. Then he gets in a car. He's going to drive over
Really
things.
nice.
He's got a bunch of nice watches. He's got a nice house. He's got all the things money can buy except love.
Yeah, man.
Gets in the car.
Ain't
He's
that the truth?
Driving. He's being a dick in his car, driving too fast, of course.
But interesting to note
Way
that he
too
puts
fast.
that one specific watch on that we later figure out was the one that she gave him.
Exactly.
So he
Yeah,
still
yeah.
is thinking about her.
How much do I love you? Only time will tell.
Also,
Christine.
Yeah. Also beautiful
Which is a
jail
weird
scene.
engravement.
Yeah.
You know,
Only
like
time will
Well,
tell.
time-
turns out like right
Time.
now you don't love him too much.
Time is the key to this whole thing. Time is how I
He
solve
gets
the
a call
problem.
from some dude who's going to pitch him surgeries. He goes through them and turns them
Think
down,
about that
including the
guy.
first one.
While some believe this to be Rhodey, aka
The first surgery.
Wrong
moments
Wikipedia.
moments before his life-changing car crash, Strange evaluates a series of potential cases via the phone. The first one he turns down is described as an Air Force colonel who's been injured wearing experimental armor. While some believe this to be Rhodey, aka War Machine, who was paralyzed during the events of Civil War, or perhaps the test pilot we saw using one of Justin Hammer's knockoff suits in Iron Man 2, director Scott Derrickson has confirmed it's neither.
That's dumb, and he's stupid.
Yeah, that's
then.
really
That's
dumb.
really
That's really
fucking
dumb.
stupid.
That's really
I don't like
Scott
that at all.
Derrickson, stop. Stop, Derrickson.
Scott Derrickson.
Stop, Derrickson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Christian Slater.
I
Pump up the
nothing
volume
else.
3.
Eventually, though, he gets one that sounds interesting. Goes look at the fucking X-ray, and boop, boop, he flips the car off.
Out of fucking nowhere. Bam.
While changing lanes in like to the opposite lane, and then he crashes for no reason. Like they just cut to the crash, and he literally just goes like this. Like there wasn't.
Yeah, I
anything
thought there was
coming
going
at
to be
him. Yeah.
a little bit more clarity there.
Yeah.
Upon third watching, I was like, no, he just,
Yeah.
I guess, wasn't paying attention and
Loses control.
yanked
Yeah.
his fucking car into the other car.
It happens, man. It happens
And
to me all
then
the time.
the most violent car crash I've ever seen in my entire life
Jesus.
is what we
Very
see
violent.
next.
Horrifying.
Smack, punch it. He gets so mad he hulks fists right through the fucking odometer. You know what I mean? And that's what
God.
really fucks it up for him. That's
When
what
that
really fucks it
curls
up.
around his hands, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
the one thing he cared about.
Exactly. Not even his
Quite
dick.
handy.
He's crashed in there. He's crashed down there. Okay, then we get to like, we're looking at the lights. We're getting wheeled into the ER. Your hands are all fucked up. Christine's there. Fucking Shape of Water Man's there. It's, I'm pretty sure the Hippocratic Oath means they can operate on, but I guess it's an emergency situation. But I feel like you don't want.
Well, there's
these
time
people-
burning and nerve damage. They got to
It was already-
reconnect
they
the
were
nerves.
already
They
past it.
die.
You were already past, she said. We already passed the golden hour.
It took
or
him a
whatever.
while to find them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
No.
'Cause he's
Yeah,
not-
he,
was
didn't,
on
he
the
couldn't
phone,
call.
though.
Oh wait.
At the
It
time,
is
you
weird
know what
that
I mean?
the
the phone hung
other guy
I know
that
other people saw it too, but I mean,
Yeah,
it's
he
still gonna
hit
be like,
someone.
how the fuck? That was my first reaction. I'm like, that's gonna be a harder guy to get out because he like fucking tumbles down. He's in the water. He's
those
got the
cars are
fucking
made
fence.
primarily of like plastic though, and fiberglass and carbon fiber.
Fiberglass really strong.
But also,
Carbon
thinking about
fiber
how you're
also
gonna get
real
down there
strong.
to extract the
Yeah,
man.
that's true.
I'm not worried
That's
about the
true.
car.
He was like hanging in a power line too, or some shit, right?
the fence. Yeah,
That was
the
a fence.
Yeah.
I feel like it was someone's backyard. Like, there's a guy right there. Let's get him.
No.
Nah, we got to finish barbecue.
So he wakes up. His hand. This is the most painful part. His hands are like in these giant fucking metal things.
That's the part with the
and
horror,
I feel like,
like,
I feel like
Pinocchio
God. I don't
looking
know what
ass.
that's like to wake up like that. But I feel like somebody's got to lay on top of you Because I feel like my first reaction would be to start jerking my hands. You
Oh
know
my
what I mean?
God,
Like
why?
I panic. Well, because
it would hurt, and I think immediately you'd be
sure,
like, oh,
but I
no,
don't know.
not doing
I
that
just
anymore.
feel like that's the part of this movie that wasn't explored enough is the medical science behind bringing somebody out of a hand coma. Like, do you? I would like them to numb my entire body.
Yeah.
And then because then I'm gonna wake up and think I'm paralyzed.
even
which freaks me
scarier.
out. They're
You
like,
might have
you're
a heart
not
attack.
paralyzed. We just didn't want you to start jerking your
just
hands around
cut
like
your
fucking
head off.
Frankenstein. All right.
Yeah.
I felt like I've experienced that. I got braces one time, man.
Okay.
And so he's like, "What happened? What did they do?"
thing.
He's clearly. This is the problem, of course. He's not happy with the what they did here to him. You know what I mean? He's-
Nobody could have done this better.
I could have.
And so then guess
With his
what?
stupid wig.
Yeah. We get into some really
He had
bad
a
wigs
bad
and
wig.
prosthetics here in a second. So his hands are all fucked
really have
up.
a
He gets
wig?
on it's time to get back onto the fucking road to recovery here. Bunch of experimental surgeries he's doing. He's got this weird little hand thing at the thing. He's
Physical
mean.
therapist.
Yeah, he's mean to Christine. He's mean to the physical therapist.
He's so mean to Christine.
Physical therapist though is like kind of just thrown in there. I was like, oh, did I not remember? Because they shot him from behind originally. So I'm like, oh, is this the dude who's his partner later on? And I was like, oh no, it's just some guy that like totally just gets shit on and like you feel like it was gonna come back in a bigger way,
Very
but doesn't.
throwaway
Well,
character.
he gives him the information he needs to find.
Right, and I said, you feel like it's gonna come back in a bigger way, but doesn't. Like he's just there doing his
what?
thing. Whatever.
Benjamin
I just thought
Bratt.
he had too many lines
Side
for this. He had too many
character.
lines for this.
Not big.
But he sets up this whole thing of that the only one guy's come back from this. It was big old Benjamin Bratt. You might remember him from that
Miss Congeniality.
Exactly.
Modern Family.
That was literally what I was
Fucking
going-
still
that's what I
good.
was going for.
He's
Still
in Modern
good.
Family?
You like?
Yeah.
Do you think he ever
He's-
calls up old Sandy Bullock and he's like,
the
"Yo,
kid's dad.
want to hang out,
Yeah,
do it
you're
one
right.
more time for old time's sake?"
Yeah, I think they do. I
That's
think they
dope.
got to be working on a sequel too, knowing them or a reboot.
Well, there
or some
was
shit
one.
like that.
Yeah, it
Well,
wasn't
I mean,
good.
but another
A
one.
third one, they should absolutely just go right into it.
Exactly.
Glorious first
The Blind Side 2.
Benjamin Bratt.
So you
Scott
get,
Derrickson.
we plant the seed there that
Derrickson.
somebody else has done this. We'll get back to that later or whatever.
Lou Diamond.
Then he's mean to
Phillips.
Christine, who's clearly just trying to make this work. You know what I mean? I understand your hands shake all the time. That's got to be annoying. That's basically where it's at for her. You know what I mean? And but he's still on the phone with fucking people in old Perry wanting to get the, I'm assuming
Spending
he's got a French accent. I assume
Every
he's in
dollar
Paris.
he's
You gotta
got.
fix this shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah,
and he's
like
like, you
you
can't
can't,
do it
bro.
anymore. You can't. And he's like, what about gamma radiation? We're like, yeah, hell cans. But we're not there yet.
Fuck hands.
Christine gets all mad. She leaves, understandably so, because he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Then he's off to find Benjamin Bratt, who he finds at the ball court.
Pickup game, man. That's
Exactly.
crazy.
Did you see
How's
me in the
guy who's
background?
paralyzed
No, but
playing
he
basketball?
talked a lot like you, I noticed, where he's
Easter
like,
egg.
ball. He kept saying ball, like,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
ball up and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, all right. That's
You can
why.
see me in the background, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Benjamin Bratt is all over there like, yeah, I got, he's Strange is a mean guy to him too, but he's like, or was mean back in the day, which isn't that mean, where he's like, couldn't get past your assistant. Guess I wasn't, good. I'm like, that's a deep cut. How did you know I didn't want to ruin my perfect record? Who the fuck is talking? Is it my assistant? Is it Christine? I'm going to fix these hands and kill him. That's what he's thinking, but he doesn't say it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, makes sense.
But he's like, how did you do it? And he's like, I went to fucking Kathmandu. There's a fucking door there you'll find. And they say, what is it? What do they say, Kevin?
Wait.
Kamar-Taj, yeah. They're looking for Kamar-Taj, whatever.
Also known as Catman. Don't.
I'm a man. Give me a pound. Benjamin Bratt, like, yeah, I went there to get my mind and my body right, and they do other shit, but I don't want that, so I just came back here to ball his life.
Felt like
shit.
you were rapping right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I mean, Benjamin Bratt has that flow. You know what I mean?
that flow.
Sure.
And so, yeah, Doctor Strange is like, that's the shit I want. Get me on a plane to Kathmandu. And he fucking gets airdropped into Kathmandu. Just fucking parachutes in with his little strange powers.
I think I missed that part.
It's an extended scene. I was watching the Russian edition. He walks around. He's like, have you all heard of, what's it called, Kev?
Kamar-Taj.
Have you heard of Kamar-Taj? Have you heard of
Kamar-Taj.
Everybody's like, oh, like this seems like a good
Kamar-Taj.
way to get fucking jumped or murdered, but he's
Yeah.
just out there being the big old tall white
That's why
guy
he
doing
gets
this.
jumped.
And then he gets jumped just because he's just in the wrong part of town. At which point, guess who shows up? Mordor. He's fucking
God damn it.
That's his
beats
name.
the
That's
shit
his
out of
name.
this.
That's his name.
He beats the hell out of these guys.
Mordo?
I've heard it both ways. But Mordo just beats the hell out of all these guys. They wanted Strange's watch, and that was like, he's like, no, it was the last thing I had. I feel like you're right. In retrospect, knowing it's the Christine watch,
It's the one she gave
but
him.
it still
makes
doesn't.
more sense.
At the point in time of the movie, it didn't make sense.
Well,
there.
no, that's true. But ultimately, it does make sense because he sold literally everything except for this one thing. And you're like, at first, you're like, that's really weird. You're supposed to ask the question, like, why this one random watch, which admittedly is a nice watch, an expensive watch.
I hear.
But you think if you wanted, that watch is probably in
Could've
the
solved a lot of
thousands
problems.
of dollars, could have probably got you to Kamar-Taj. And like, in a fucking rickshaw or something cool that wasn't you walking around the city. So you ask yourself, why is that happening? And then, of course,
I just felt like I just felt paper thin because he's just such an asshole to Christine, and
Yeah,
he worked
but-
with Christine was still an
I agree.
asshole to
I
her.
agree.
there.
But I mean,
It's
I
just
think
like-
she was like
that's-
the only person helping him, and like
No,
even though he's a dick, he like I think he still
I don't even mean
recognizes
once he
that.
has his hands all fucked up. I mean, just
If
in
she would
general.
have kept like ignoring my emails, would have sold the watch immediately. Would have sold that shit.
Wow, even though it's smashed and broken.
even though you're actually starting to learn that you were the one that was wrong in Camertage and like you emailed her, you'd still would have thrown it away.
Right. Well, so
think it's
we
some
with
solid
the Mordor brings me into
Rachel
Camertage here, all
McAdams,
right,
Andy.
and I go into Camertage to meet the Ancient One, as they say.
Yeah.
Funny little scene where he keeps trying to introduce him to people. That's not the Ancient One. And then guess what? Here comes Tilda Swinton walking right in there, no hair, weird.
Everyone
thing
is
on the
a
back.
character from the comics.
Yeah.
That's the Easter egg there.
Oh yeah.
all
of
those
course.
dudes.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, just putting it out there because it's going to be someone in the comments like, oh, what about the guy without a hand? Yeah, he's from the comics.
She's got tea. I assume most of these people are from the comics. She's got tea. They all drink some tea. He starts, maybe it's a hallucinogen tea because she's doing all sorts of weird stuff now. She starts to unveil it. Then she does the thing. Yeah, she hits him in the chest when he grabs her. Pow, knocks the spirit, astral form out. Then she starts throwing him through the multiverse.
Pretty cool damn
Really
scene.
cool.
Very cool.
Really
Very
cool.
intense.
Good talk of the
There's a
multiverse.
song playing during that scene.
Everybody
It's
told me to
intense.
watch it in 3D
That was awesome.
and smoke weed.
Oh.
Oh,
Did you do either of those things?
No.
Cool.
It was DJ Kenta.
It was really cool.
DJ Kenta was like, "Oh, you gotta check it out in 3D, man. It's incredible." But I wanted to see it in 3D
we
in
saw it in
theaters.
3D,
it was
didn't
cool
we?
in 3D.
Or no,
We
didn't.
saw it in 3D.
Yeah.
We
We
did.
did. It was worth it.
Fucking
That and
really was.
Ragnarok
Yeah.
would have been a good one to see in 3D.
We
Just
saw
that one
Ragnarok in
tunnel
3D.
scene.
Yeah, I don't have it anymore. But the song playing while Strange has his life-changing car crash is the psychedelic rock classic Interstellar Overdrive by Pink Floyd. And then when he's going through, like you hear like a version of it.
Cool.
playing.
I wonder how many Easter eggs there were in the visuals of.
Oh man.
Because like you could in the background you could
Seeing
see
all
his
the
face
multiverse
sort of
things.
pop up
Yeah.
and stuff. So I don't know if there
That was
any
really cool.
other things they're hiding.
There was
That's
a bunch of
beautiful,
his
man. That was
faces.
awesome.
You saw Ant-Man, the microverse or whatever. At
Yeah,
some
there was
point.
the.
That's
Yeah.
a different name in the MCU. But
That's it. It's not microverse.
It's not microverse. It's something else.
The quantum
Oh,
zone.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, the
Quantum
quantum
realm.
realm. That's
Quantum
it.
realm.
What, dude? Shout out to that scene where you're like, and this is why I think that this guy's horror background really came in. There's one spot where he looks at his hand.
Oh, and more
And
hands.
more hands start going out of his
Yeah.
fingers,
Yeah.
and then all the hands start crawling.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
And I love it. Like his heart rate's getting kind of high, and she brings it back. She's like, "Looks okay to me." Sends him right back off. I'm
Yeah.
like,
That
was really cool.
Damn,
Yeah.
gangster shit
That was
right
cool.
there.
That was cool.
But
Ain't
yeah,
you
whole
wanna
lot of
fuck
gang shit.
around?
whole
Yeah.
lot of
Gangster shit. That's
So
what I thought, too.
eventually,
miss
Tilda
Colbert.
Swinton brings him out of the fucking realms or whatever. And he's like, teach me or whatever. And she's like, no, throws him outside. And he's like, no, I'm angry again. He starts to pound on the door and shit. He got his broken watch out there and he won't leave. And then, like, on the inside, Mordor's there. And he's like, we should let him in. He's been out there for 5 whole hours. Like,
Yeah.
fuck you, Mordor, you little pussy. You know what I mean? Make him earn it. You know what I mean? Make him
Make him
earn it.
bang on the door
hours of
longer.
banging
I
on
Let
think
me, let me
he-
tell you something. You ever see Fight Club? They left Meatloaf's big ass out there for like a day, and then they finally let him in, and then he died. So
Was
His name was
Meatloaf?
Robert Paulson.
the character, the guy that's the Meatloaf. The Meatloaf is his
actor,
the actor. is
Oh,
his name.
okay,
His
okay.
name
He's a
was
musician.
Robert Paulson.
Yeah.
His name is
name-
Robert.
Oh, I
Wilson.
met Meatloaf.
Did you?
Yeah, he was. Their band was rehearsing
I
at
could do
Rooster Teeth. You know how
anything
Stage 5 is like a
for
place where
you.
all the bands go
Yeah.
to record? Yeah, his like band was there. It was really weird.
But I want
Meatloaf
to
doing
die.
here. It's weird.
Was Bernie over there with his fucking Tesla, like, hey, oh, just driving,
He goes,
parking
"So
this
Yeah.
Tesla,
Tesla.
it drives
Yeah,
itself.
hey, check
I
out-
skinned it. Overwatch.
Drives itself.
Overlord.
I'm
Overwatch.
assuming at some point here
Overlord.
we had kicked back maybe to see what old Mads Mikkelsen was up to. I don't know. He's up to bad stuff. He's got black eyes. He's got
Yeah.
really dark black
Oh
eyes.
yeah, they had that one scene where they
He's doing-
all are in like some church or something, and
They're doing
do the
dark-
And they
thing.
made the
Dark
church
shit.
do the mirror universe thing.
Yeah, they're
That
up
was
to
another
bad
intense
stuff. They're
scene.
up to bad stuff over there.
Obviously.
Just a heads up, that's what's
They
happening
look
over
like they're
there.
trying to summon some shit.
The
So they
tapping
let
into the
Doctor
darkness.
Strange into
Camertage.
Camertage. Why are you saying Camertage like
Because
the
I'm
Mandarin?
trying to do Benedict Cumberbatch's accent.
No, but you're
that he
doing
does
it
in this,
like,
but I'm
Mandarin.
doing a little bit like
Yeah.
either Mandarin or Buffalo
Give it
Bill.
a good try.
Cumbertage.
Nope.
It's too crazy.
Cumbertage.
Oh, that's better. That's
Is
better.
that better?
Yeah. okay.
Because he does, I think, overall a pretty decent American accent.
Yeah, it's good.
But I know the character is supposed to be American, but I'm like, why didn't you just let him do his British accent? There's no reason why he couldn't have been British. There's
It
no
didn't
reason.
distract me for once.
Didn't
gotta
distract
live
me
in
at all.
New York. I
I'm just
like
saying, like, I love Benedict Cumberbatch. I love Sherlock, and this movie feels in a lot of ways like it's stylistically musically wise, like a lot like Sherlock. So I'm like, oh man, it just makes me want you to do a British accent and solve some crimes, but also being a dick to people.
See, I've never watched any of that. I only know Benny Cumberbatch from this movie, and he's fine. He was in Star Trek Beyond too, but I remember nothing about
I think
that
he
movie.
did the British accent in that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably. I just don't for that movie.
Whenever
was
you
so-
watch Sherlock, could you not imagine him as playing Spike from Cowboy Bebop? Really, really tall, skinny, got the suit, got the big
He
curly,
could. He
poofy
definitely
hair.
could, but I imagine Spike.
So
always
they
my
bring him
fantasy.
in to
American.
Camertage, and then they start teaching him stuff, and he's like, he's a big bitch about everything. Of
Yeah,
course,
he's such
he
a
just doesn't want to do anything.
What's the science
do it.
behind
I
this?
can't-
What's going on,
They
man?
give him the Wi-Fi password. That was funny.
Oh,
Shambhala. That was a
Shambhala.
funny. That was a funny one there.
Little
But then right back to
Uncharted
teaching.
reference.
Yeah, exactly. A little Uncharted reference. I do like that.
Came directly from Uncharted.
Yeah, dude,
They invented it.
man.
Yeah, they invented that.
By the way, the whole montage of him learning was a little downer for me. Like everything about this movie, I'm like, I love this movie. Everything about it was great, but there are moments where I'm like, I feel like it should have been, like the part where he was supposed to figure it out didn't come when I thought it was going to
ever
come. Right?
scene?
They just cut to him and he's already making sparks, and I'm like, that's a pretty big fucking
It's not
deal.
good enough though. Everyone else was making the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
the
all
portals.
those other people had presumably been there for years.
You don't know that.
and
They
they
don't know how
just
long
got
I got
this
that
part.
feeling though.
I mean, they're in. What do they call it?
Sling rings.
Sling Ring 101. What a weird name. Sling Ring 101 for it. I mean, they're all there with next to him practicing.
Yeah.
It's fair. I just felt like that should have been the moment where he like tries, spark. Oh, that's cool. But we just cut to him and he's sparking.
Yeah, there was no
build up to that.
There was no like fucking the lights come on moment for
Yeah.
him. Like it just happened.
He's just like,
No,
oh,
he's
no,
on
he's
Everest.
talking
He's
about
on
it.
100%
Fight for
like
himself.
No,
yeah.
but he was on Everest, but it didn't like what I wanted was a sort of
It was anticlimactic.
maybe his like fucking ex-wife died or something. He like thought of her. You know, it sort of reminded me of
But he was gonna die
of
in
Magneto
Everest.
learning the powers in first
where he's
class, where he thinks about he channels the
Love.
happiness instead
Love
of the
is
anger or
happy.
whatever. I wanted something like that instead of just like.
See, what I liked
it's
about
gonna
it
happen.
was before we get to the montage of that, it's him reading all the books, right? And we get introduced to Wong, star of this fucking movie.
Fucking hilarious.
Wong's
I
awesome.
don't like Wong.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, fucking
Here's the
dead.
thing. I like this
inside.
movie a
What do you
lot.
like about
I
him?
think the comedy in this movie falls flat 9 out of 10 times.
No,
there's
yeah.
not much of it. There's not much of
it.
it. But like the Beyonce stuff, the Adele stuff, all of that.
No, that was good.
I liked that
Don't-
stuff.
Wong laughing at the end.
Yeah, that was flat.
Fuck
yeah.
That was
Cringeworthy.
too long.
That
That
was
was
bad.
too long.
Yeah.
Had he just chuckled a little bit, that would have been great.
But no, man.
Anyways, though, yeah, he's been reading so many books, and I like that. Of like, he's trying to learn. He knows a lot of this shit. Eventually, we get the photographic memory. That's not for all. But we know that he gets the words on the page part of it. But yeah, he can't do it. And like the Everest thing for me was just, it was right after the reveal of it's got nothing to do with your hands. Look at the old one arm guy. He can do it, or one handed guy. He can do it. So like, it was like just you got to fight or flight now. We're pushing you out of the nest. I thought it was fine. I didn't
really
need it.
like that Everest scene. I really like that we saw the perspective of them waiting for him.
Yeah.
Because then it wasn't him actually making it. It was them being like, fuck, is he going to die? Are we going to have to
Yeah.
go save him? Wait.
And then her even starting to worry there and like spin her fan.
Mordo was like, yeah, I'll fucking
Mordor.
go get him. Mordor.
Also, worth noting, I noticed it this time. I was like, oh, they're actually like, you can see Everest behind them. So it's not like she took him that far. It's just like right in the
cool,
backyard. I think so. I think that was the mountain range behind him.
Is
I'm
that
not
by
mistaken.
Kathmandu? I don't
Nepal?
know.
Isn't that where that is?
Is that where Kathmandu is?
I don't have it on my Easter egg list. So I don't know.
I'm gonna look that up.
I know it's
They
part of
can
a
go
range.
anywhere.
Midwest.
Yeah.
Which
It's
also
definitely not in the
which
Midwest.
kind of course, breaks the whole reason to have these doors and have it be a big deal. That right?
What doors?
They have doors to the different sanctums. He gets blown through one and it all collapses, and he can't get back to the other
Well,
one.
it's because he didn't have his sling.
But can people easily get right to him? Like I didn't understand.
I didn't think that was
Also,
the
the
panic. I
ancient
think it was
one
that they
seems
were
like she has
blowing
no
it up.
power at all either. Like
What?
Wait, sorry. What do
she
you
walks
strong.
out later, and we'll get there later. And we'll
She
get there
beats
later.
shit out of people.
What are you questioning?
Like they have the doors of the sanctum. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I guess a shortcut is easier than having to make the hole. But if I can make the hole, I can just go there at any time.
Sure.
But
Yeah,
anyways,
if you had the
then when he
thing.
gets blown through, when they blow it up, and he gets trapped in the New York one.
I think
just-
at that point they're being attacked by terrorists, and like he's trying to figure out. He's exploring that place to be like, is there anyone I can talk to? Because that shit just got exploded.
And I feel like it would have been like, oh shit, things just blew up. The ring a ding ding. Hey, everybody here who has a fucking sling ring, we're being attacked. Get over there and help. Get
Nepal?
everywhere and help.
Yeah, Nepal it borders Nepal and China.
And so you're
Kathmandu
saying
is
he
the only
went
city close
through
to
the
it.
explosion without a sling ring?
No, he had it. He just didn't think to grab it till later.
Okay.
What?
No, I'm not mad at you.
Well,
like,
the
If
thing
it
is
was a
also
proper training montage, he would have thought of
It's
it.
clearly Derek Simpson's.
but-
What's his name? The director?
Scott Derrick.
Scott
Derrickson in.
Christian
moments
Slater.
before it all explodes and he goes
Julia
through
Louise
that door.
Dreyfus.
We're getting ahead of ourselves, but yeah.
I
That's
just
not-
want to
that's
say,
not
like
mean.
the conversation is like, hey, we're kind of like warriors. And he was like, well, fuck that. I'm not a warrior. I'm out. I'm out. And then boom, it explodes. So I don't think his immediate thought was, I'm going to get back in there and start fighting these people.
I would just think it was, I'm either going to get back in there and get back to the Ancient One, who apparently is supposed to be badass and get everything,
really
or I'm going to just run away. I'm just going to get out of the building. Whatever. I just thought his motivations were weird there, and I thought it was weird it took so long to get people there. Much like similarly when they come back or something. This is a hard one to recap for me, but when they literally have a conversation with Mordor and Ancient One and him. Ancient One walks away, and then some more shit pops off, and Ancient One isn't immediately back. I'm like, where the fuck did you go?
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Fucking help out.
Like, why? Where was the Ancient One when they attacked London?
Maybe
why didn't she?
In the dark realm.
She didn't come anywhere. And then we know she said they attacked London. Why the fuck didn't she immediately go to Hong Kong and New York?
Oh my God.
It's weird. It just doesn't make much sense. Like, why the fuck?
All right, let's go back to the
she?
recap though, because we're all getting.
Yeah. So the montage ends. He's got the power now. He's one of them, right? That's the thing that's happening. But he wants more, if I'm right. And he goes downstairs and he goes into the sacred texts and he gets the book that has the pages torn out by Mads. He thinks finally to do the reverse time magic to see the spells, to have them right there. Wong, Mordor show up. They're like, what the fuck, bro?
Are
like,
you fucking with the Eye of Agamotto?
Yeah, don't fuck with the Eye of Agamotto, man.
God damn
Don't
it.
get in
That's
there.
really good.
Don't do that. And then he's like, y'all keep telling me what we don't do, but what do we do? And that's when they reveal like we're all warriors, show the sanctums. The sanctums keep us protected from Dormammu and all the other bad guys out there that are trying to do shit that are bad. Then, of course, the door opens to the London sanctum, and somebody runs through.
Gets speared in the fucking heart. I think it was London. Because London gets destroyed first, then he gets knocked into New York. Like, we gotta go save New York, and he gets knocked out.
You're right. Knocked into New York. Then Mads and the boys show up. They're gonna fuck some shit up. They kill the guy who's the current caretaker of the place.
Sucks. He
Strange
dies real
sits there
quick.
for all. Like you had said, he already said, I don't want to be a warrior. I don't want this. And he sits there. And he just goes, stop, as the guy gets fucking killed.
Yeah.
Just like literally the worst. What's the worst thing I can do in this fight or flight situation? I'll wait for this guy's to be 100% killed, and then I'll reveal
bring
myself.
attention to myself.
Rather than flight and just be like, peace, I'm going to hide in the
He
fucking...
didn't have the thing. Yeah. Well, got it.
Just hide anywhere. Just get out. Yeah, I didn't mean fly. Literally
I was
fly.
Like, no, he didn't.
Then we get a cool thing of them all chasing him and all sorts of shit happening, and they're fighting in the things and they're doing stuff, and there's the door with the little fucking radial wheel to make it hotter or colder. Yeah,
dude, that's like talk about that. That's
Hot
a
or cold?
really cool concept.
That
Yeah,
what it
it
did?
looks, but it looks like a
it looks like a
thermometer.
thermostat. It looks like a
Thermostat, rather.
It looks like it feels good when you click it.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
that tactile clicking where you're like, oh,
Highly
man.
satisfying.
Like those videos on YouTube where people just shave down things. And you're like, that is satisfying.
Oddly satisfying.
Yeah.
Same thing, same problem I have here. Of just like, yeah, all right, cool. We're gonna throw the woman in the desert, and then she's gonna run a really long time to get back, and then the door just you have a thing on your hand, right? That just opens portals.
I don't think they had
Don't
it.
you just envision I'm gonna go right here? They don't have them.
No,
I
'cause
thought Mads was the only one that did of those
Of that,
people.
yeah, of that crew.
Okay.
Because he later that the one dude steals his, and he gets it back.
The one of Mads' people steals Mads' thing.
No, steals Doctor Strange's thing. Because there's that scene where Mads is all like,
Right.
and he's like,
If you're an audio listener, Kevin put his arms behind his back.
It'll make sense when you watch the
Yeah,
movie.
I thought they were just stealing his sling, but okay.
I had a big problem with the movie where I was really, really in it. This is one of the first movies that I really like. What?
No.
Somebody's playing lightning reaction
Oh,
somewhere.
sorry. My
Yeah, I
phone
was like,
in
I do
silence.
not like that. I just fucking hear this lightning reaction music playing.
It was so light.
It's one of the movies
your
you
problem
like
with
or
the
don't
Oh,
like?
this one I really stood by where I was like, it's fun. People are super underrating this. It's a great movie. Rewatching it, I liked this less than when I first did. Not much less,
Whoa.
but less.
I'm 1000% in your camp.
And the reason is I feel like this movie looks so fucking cool. And anytime there's a fight scene, I'm like, this looks rad. And I love the choreography and I love what's going on. But I'm constantly asking, but why? But how? With all the things, the way things are shifting, it's like, this looks cool. But what's the actual thought behind any of the cool stuff that we're seeing? And then in addition to that, the amount of monologues that are introduced at this point in the movie. Like when they're like, then what are we? Oh, we're warriors. Talk. And it's like,
We get
you're
rid of the-
using so many words that don't mean anything.
We eventually have Mads in the thing, and Mads explains like, this. And that was kind of fun. Of like, hey, maybe you do have it wrong. You are, but like, but then he finally does like what I think a normal person would do. Yeah, but look at your face. Like, clearly, you're the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, you're not the good guy.
Well, you
here.
missed the part where he gets the cape. Did we talk about that?
Did we? Or
Yeah,
does he-
because remember the cape flies around him, starts saving him, right? And then he
Fucking
goes
love
to
that
capture. He goes toward the axe.
Oh, yeah, you're right,
To
yeah.
fight
The
Mads, and then
cape
it keeps
just keeps
dragging
trying to
the other
bring him.
way. And I was like, I loved that part. I like
That's
everyone has to do
smart
the cape. It's good.
That was another thing. The cape, I thought I loved it the first time around. This time around, I was just like, oh, I remember it being cooler.
Well, it's a
bit
character,
cooler.
yeah.
It's such a good character.
I like
too.
it, but
Yeah.
I think that I'm hoping that we get it better in Infinity War. And
Yeah.
This
in
is,
other
I had
Doctor
the same
Strange.
thought of like, I remember when we watched this, I think coming back and being, I think I might have said, that was delightful. You know what I mean? Like, I had no expectations for that movie, and I don't usually like magic, and that was fun. I'm like, okay, cool. But it's the one movie that I've never, from these movies, like, well, that's not 100% true. It's the most recent movie here where once I saw it, I never thought about it again, and I didn't really. When we were starting to go back into it, I was like, right, how does this go? And I was just like, oh, there's a reason I never thought about this or watched it. Like, it was good, and I enjoyed it at the time, and don't get me wrong, like, it's cool. I know this guy's backstory for Infinity War now, but I was bored for a lot of this movie where I was just like, all right, cool.
Really?
It's just
That's
more
so funny
effects.
to me.
Okay,
it's
cool.
weird to me because I'm
love
the
it.
opposite of both you guys in both ways. In that I was dreading watching this movie, and I sat down and I clicked play on it. And I was like, oh right, this is a fun movie. Like
Yeah.
I like all the exposition because it's world building for me. I don't know who these people
Yeah,
are.
same here.
And I like how it builds into like some of the other realms that maybe we might see, like that quantum realm. Like they're the protectors of the world, and I like they mentioned the Avengers. We're like, we don't do what the Avengers do.
Yeah.
Like the Avengers are out there protecting it from like threats outside. We're the
physical.
ones directing it like from other dimensions and shit like that.
mystical
Stuff that you can't touch. I love that, but I think it's backed up by the fact that we do have the Wong character who's like, you can't go there, you can't do this thing. We do have the dark realm that Dormammu is coming from. We don't know
Which looks
how-
like a happy place.
It does look dope. It looks
Yeah.
like a psychedelic adventure.
Yeah,
We're like, man, let's drop
furry,
some
like,
LSD and just
big
get some
rock
yeah.
planets.
So I liked all that, and this is one of those movies for me where I'm like, yeah. Again, I walked away. I was like, that was really cool. My wife wanted to watch it a while back, so we put it on. She enjoyed it, and then I was dreading watching it a third time. Put it on again. I was like, I'm just enjoying this. It's not so much of a heavy investment that you're like, I really need to follow all this shit. Like I couldn't tell you any of the characters other than Doctor Strange and Dormammu, just because he says it 500 times at the end.
You got Wong and Mordor.
I don't remember
Tilda
Mordor's name.
Swinton.
Wong I remember because it's a very simple name to remember. But like,
Remember Mordor?
Mordo. No, I don't remember his name. I mean,
Mordo,
it's
like he needs
Chiwetel
more money?
Ejiofor. I know the actor, but damn.
Nailed it.
But yeah, but I like this. I don't think it's. I mean, we'll see.
We're getting
the
there.
ranking.
Sorry. So yeah, they I guess that I have it. I don't remember how we get there then, but
Because he's talking to him, he's like, "I'm just buying time," and then he gets stabbed in the.
It was really good. Yeah, he's like, I noticed. He starts laughing. He's like, I
Right.
noticed
By
you
his
lost
cool
your
ass
sling
looking
ring.
bad
you're
guy,
right.
like
You're right. You're
glacial
right.
looking.
So it was second
weapon.
wave that showed up.
Yeah, second wave.
That's
shit
where
came
I'm
back.
getting
It was the
confused.
first dude. So that wave was a girl, a guy,
Yeah.
and the main bad guy. The girl gets
Trapped in
lost
the
somewhere
desert.
in
Yeah.
the desert. He also gets knocked out.
Don't know how he comes
But
back and she doesn't.
somehow he grabbed his sling. Mm-hmm.
Oh, he grabbed Strange's sling. That's right. He's like, you don't have your sling ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I could have used when he
That
said
was
you,
during the carpet fight, correct?
Carpet.
that he
fight.
got the sling ring.
Where he got the carpet kind of
No,
went
no,
on
no,
him.
that
and was beating
happens
the shit out of him.
afterwards.
Yeah,
He
that
gets
happens
stabbed. He gets stabbed.
Yeah, okay.
And then he's like trying to crawl
ER.
away, and now the cape comes to the rescue, all over that dude's face. It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I must have just missed the shot where whoever took the sling ring took
You
it.
don't saw it.
You don't see
didn't
it,
see
yeah.
it. I don't think.
That's I didn't like his storytelling because I was like, okay, did he drop it in a fight? Did Mads take it? I don't know. But
think
it doesn't
it was
matter.
some-
Who
I
the
don't know
fuck
how you would
cares?
have noticed. It's a thing this big that he
In a
keeps
pocket.
in his little
He
pocket.
put it inside of the fucking like a little statue that was nearby. I remember like they zoomed in on his hand and he put it as he's talking to Mads. He like kind
that
of put
sounds
it
super
away.
familiar.
There was like a statue of like an open mouth of a cat statue or some
that
shit
does
like
sound
that.
familiar.
And he just kind of set it there, and I like, okay, that's gonna.
So
come
the
back
guy
to get him.
didn't use the sling to get back. He just walked up and knocked him, stabbed him. All right, well, doesn't
Whatever. Mads has been stolen. He tells the Dormammu plan. Strange gets stabbed. He opens his hole to the mop closet. Goes in there. Christine, where's Christine?
Nasty sentence.
The mop closet.
No, he opens
a
his hole
to
to
the
the
map.
mop closet.
Wide open mop closet hole.
She grabs him, throws him in a room. It's a surgery room, all prepped to go. Great. She's gonna drain his heart. He pops through little wormholes as his astral form, freaks her out. It's funny.
He's like, yeah, what's up?
Here's my thing. though.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Very cool fucking scene. But
Yeah.
again, this is a perfect example for me. Totally lacks logic. He comes through and like the way he's acting, like there needed to be a line of, hey, I know this is fucking weird. There's some magic shit going on. Instead, he just like, I'm just gonna be an asshole and
But
just
see,
make a
I
bunch
like
of
that because
smarmy
that's
jokes to you.
to me that was his character. Where he was like, "Look, I know this is intense, but I can't pass up this opportunity to kind of mess with you a little bit because I'm still me."
I mean, he's
and I
literally
thought he was like playing with
on his
her.
deathbed. Like
Yeah,
it's
playful.
I know, but I'm like, it's playful,
playful
but
deathbed.
in a world that is supposed to be based in some type
Yeah,
of reality.
sure.
And like when you're introducing magic, especially, it's just like the way he reacted when he first saw the magic and the way she reacted. It's like, this is a nerd. Like she doesn't see what the audience sees.
Yeah, but I feel like they just the whole point of it was that they wanted to keep the pace going so fast that she didn't really have time to think, and that he was using sort of like, hey, it's all going to be okay. Don't worry about it. And don't freak out. But you're the one that can save me. Like I know you can save me. Don't worry about it. I gotta go for a second though, real quick, because don't worry about it.
That was cool. Then he fights the other guys. But we got a ghost fight.
Super dope
Explodes him.
fucking scene.
Explodes him. Hey,
That's-
hit me one more time. Turn it up. She's like, but you're fine. He's like, do it again. But goes back and just fucking melts
murders
the
him.
dude.
I thought the fight was cool. I just didn't like the visuals. Like it just, whenever I see shit like that, it reminds me of the original Casper movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Another great
Or
ghost
the
fight.
Frighteners.
Great movie.
It just
Great
feels
movie.
like the technology, like I guess I get the look that they're going for, but it just doesn't feel like technology has advanced since then because like it looks the same. It's just like see through
they
people.
nailed it back then. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I guess you're right. I don't know. It just kind of annoys me. I don't know.
So now that guy's dead. Strange comes back to the other world. Guess what? Ancient One's there. Mordor is there. They have a conversation. This might be when he calls her out on using dark magic. Is that right? No, too early on
I
that.
think that's too early. I think it's
Well, first
What
off,
is
he
this
walks.
Where doesn't he find out about that from Mads though in the Mads conversation?
Yeah, Mads tells him, you know, we're drawing power from
Yeah,
the Dark
actually,
Lord.
that
The Dark
sounds right,
Lord. There's
sorry.
no time there. We're all gonna live forever.
I do love Mad's sort of motivations though. Like I do love that he isn't. He
What was his
genuinely.
motivation?
He
He
just
already lost his whole family.
Yeah.
And now he just wants to live forever.
he genuinely.
Well, no.
Why would you wanna live
He wants
forever?
no one to lose anyone.
to die. No one to die.
He wants everyone to be alive forever.
He
and-
thinks that this
yeah.
way is like honestly the best thing, and it's like it
It
doesn't.
seems wrong though if you just think about it a little bit. Like
Yeah.
this thing
Yeah,
is
it
supposed to be an
doesn't really-
evil force.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just like his
What do you think she
attitude
was
when he's
lying to him?
explaining it. It doesn't seem like this evil power. Like he's not.
No,
he,
no,
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 he
because
doesn't think
super
it's evil.
genuine.
He
Yeah.
totally thinks
That's-
that we've got it wrong. She's been lying to us.
Yeah, that's what
She
I love
uses
about it.
Why do we care?
It seems
She's
like it's
hoarding it all to herself.
He's coming from such a genuine place, and he doesn't see how fucked up it all is. But
Yeah.
I kind of like that. This wasn't unlike Dormammu, who's obviously like this fucked up dude or whatever it is.
And
But I love that Mads is not. He's not this guy hell bent on fucking taking over the world.
Yeah,
He's just
even
like,
like
no, this is better, man.
The
Open
way
your
he was
eyes."
explaining the deaths is like, what are a few deaths to like everyone living forever?
Yeah.
Stupid.
So then, I guess for the first time in the MCU interview, then I'm at a loss if that's not where he confesses about the power to Mordor and Tilda Swinton.
Oh no,
What
I
am
think he
missing?
goes
What's the
back.
jump I'm missing.
I think he goes back. Well, first off, he walks down the hallway with Christina and is like, hey, thanks for doing open heart surgery on me. That was
Yeah.
real cool. I feel great now. So we're just going to continue the rest of the movie like I didn't just have my fucking heart drained
Yeah.
from this
I
gigantic
got
stabbing.
stabbed in
almost
the
killed me.
chest. Was
And the
magic
doctors
cast?
walk in like, what happened in this room? Like,
Was magic cast? Yeah, I don't know.
We also established that the dude from Boardwalk Empire is a fucking thief and should be brought up on
He's not a
charges.
thief. If the crisps fall, you get them.
That's fair.
All where they may.
Act of God.
No, what the fuck? Yeah, it must be that scene. It must be
Yeah,
that scene
right?
where
Am
they
I
go
wrong?
back.
Am I
on
That
the
sounds
front.
right to me.
No,
It's
you're
like,
right. I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Okay, cool.
Go through the mop closet.
So yeah, we
and then
come.
talk.
Yeah, we're out of the mop closet, all that stuff. Show this out to Christine. The mop falls. She yells. That's funny.
Yeah.
It is a scene because they go back to New York. She's there, and he's like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She's like, you have to be the protector of here. He's like, what the fuck? I just fucking killed a dude. Like,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
a
want to kill
doctor.
people, and you're
Also,
lying.
I
Like
feel like
this
Mordor
bullshit.
should have gotten it first. You know what I mean?
Mordor just is not fucking.
Mordor hasn't
cutting it.
proved himself,
He's not
all right?
getting it done.
I do love that. I do love his reaction to like actually killing a person. Where
Yeah,
it's the
he's
first
super-
time I
yeah.
think
I'm a doctor.
we've seen any of these major
Hippocratic
superheroes
oath.
like kind of feel like, holy shit, I just murdered a guy. That's
Well,
fucked up.
sure,
Yeah.
man.
I thought that was really cool.
We saw him check the guy's pulse too. Like,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
fucking
Yeah, yeah.
kills you.
Jumping back super far, but since we're talking about Mordo, the fight scene where he's like teaching Doctor Strange how to use any of this stuff
Yeah.
was so
So
cool.
fucking cool.
When he-
Where he had the shoes.
When he
of
shows off the shoes
vaulting
and does
or
the
whatever the
stuff.
fuck they're
God, man,
called.
this movie's choreography is on another level.
So no, I think we're wrong because I think they
check
fucking
Wiki.
fight.
Let's see what's next.
Don't they fight what's his butt again? And that's when that starts the MC Escher thing. It's like him, Mordor.
Yeah, but there's
Mordo.
there's a break.
So he comes back, and then Strange comes back, meets up with them. You
She
should take it
offers him the
over.
job.
No, then Mads attacks again because they did.
No, because she comes to the rescue and then dies after that, right?
Spoilers, dude.
I don't know.
Honestly,
It doesn't really matter.
it really doesn't
This
matter
is
because
my
the
problem.
whole
This movie
middle
just
third
runs
of this
together.
movie is just like blah, blah, blah,
It's
blah, blah.
Well, one way or the
I
other,
feel like
they
it's
get
quick,
they get
actionally fun. Like I don't know if it's blah.
one way or the other. Mads comes
It's
back.
cool action.
They,
And then
they
just
come back with
lull.
the bomb to blow up the thing, and Benedict Cumberbatch comes up with a great idea of, "Hey, we're gonna put you in the fucking Phantom Zone here, the mirror world."
Right.
Yeah, that was-
Not
yeah.
knowing that they had tapped into the dark power, which makes them
get more strong,
unbelievably
yeah.
powerful.
This is
in the mirror.
suicide, I'm
oh
mortal.
shit, we gotta run. They have the scene. They're running. It's normal, and the camera does the dopest fucking thing ever, where it starts to tilt, and it shows you the weird, like how everything's going in. Just
Weird
that, it's
directions.
MC Escher, that's what it's called,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Where it's
Yeah.
like the stairs draw, or the
Yeah.
stairs going into the cells, and that starts with the coolest fight
crazy
scene, one of the
stairs?
coolest fight scenes like they've ever done in the
Yeah.
MCU.
And I don't even think
it's
the
going
coolest fight scene in
bonkers.
this movie. This
No.
movie's full of cool ass fight
No,
scenes.
the last fight scene where they're fighting in reverse is
Yep.
fucking unbelievably cool.
Unbelievably
This
so
is dope just because you're like, what is happening? And it goes on forever. And just the choreography needed to actually pull this off must have been crazy to plan. But it's super dope. And then at the last minute, they're about to die. And then, boom, I guess somebody, maybe her cell was not in action. It was like
She
not
was over there
charged.
drinking that dark juice.
But she shows up and starts wrecking shop.
Yeah. Which is
with
cool.
her cool fans. I'm hot. Now I'm cold. I don't know. Fucks everyone up. Right?
Yeah.
Fucks
She
everyone
like takes
up.
control of everything. You can tell that.
Right.
Like someone said that
She's a field general.
she didn't seem powerful, but I
Already?
felt like when she came in there,
she
she
bounced
immediately was
people.
like, "Stop what you're doing," and like changed the whole floor.
Yeah,
and
she
made
changed
everything.
it all to make the cool
Yeah,
pattern.
yeah,
and was
Matt's
like,
gonna
I'm
keep up.
powerful here.
She was in
well,
control of
because
the mirror
she's
world.
also drawing power from the dark realm, so she can
We
control
call it
good for a
drinking the
while.
dark juice.
Drinking the
that-
dark
drinking
juice
that
from those
swank,
door
swank juice.
memories.
The door
Oh, the door
memories.
memories.
Luke
Skywalker, man.
Memories.
Skywalker, man. She's Skywalker. So she gets momentarily distracted for a second, and Dormammu, like she's fighting some dude, and Dormammu goes, "You know what?
Wait, Mads or door?
Mads, sorry. Mads goes, I'm gonna stab her through my dude. That's
Oh,
how
that was-
That was
fucked I
fucked
am.
up. That was really
Yeah.
fucked up.
Stabs her through the dude. No! Benedict Cumberbatch, who was not doing shit up until this point, was like, oh, fuck. I thought she had, like, he was like just hanging back, maybe smoke a blunt, whatever. She had it handled.
He's like, you want to see a card trick?
Yeah, he was like, "Wah!" and for whatever reason, I've got gray on my hair now, which I guess that's what happens when you get your hands worked on. And then he grabs her, they fight him off, he sling rings over to the hospital. Hey, Christine, sorry to do this again.
Well, you forgot that like he opens the sling ring and kicks her out like 80 stories.
Oh, by
And she
accident, that's
fucking-
right.
In
No, no, no,
hands
no.
down, the most violent fucking
violent.
scene
Yeah, that
I
was
might have ever
brutal.
seen in a movie,
Yeah,
not
it was
just
brutal.
MCU. Her falling, hitting the ground, and then it just
Oh,
cuts
man.
to
Freaking
cuts
out.
to seeing her
The
being
ambulance,
wheeled in the
right.
stretcher. I'm
Oof.
like, you look like Shawn Michaels at his fucking peak
Damn.
of just cutting himself and bleeding like a motherfucker. It was bad.
So she's
Yeah, the glass breaking, then the
People
Oh,
screaming,
my
yeah.
God.
And then Doctor
So
Strange
bad.
and Mordor just running up to her.
hey, no worries. And no one, I mean, I guess it's New York, so you get a lot of people dressed in a lot of crazy shit, but these motherfuckers look like they're from an insane cult. Anyway, pick her up, disappear with her, right? Take her back to the hospital. What up, Christine? Yo, I know you just had this incredibly traumatic experience.
We're doing it again. And
But
she reacts
yet
the
again,
same. She
yeah.
says, oh, God, or whatever
Yeah.
she says, yeah.
But yet again, we're bringing you yet another dead body. No explanation as to whether or not we killed this person. But
They
just
don't
trust
need it.
us.
They
Just
don't need
trust
it.
us,
It was
right?
more crazy that not only. So now he's revealed himself again. Not that the word wouldn't have spread.
Yeah.
That I think Dr. Stephen Strange, who's been gone forever, just popped back up bleeding from the heart.
Yeah.
And I think Christine put him in that room, but no one will check her.
Who's
no one will do
paying the
anything.
bills?
I still think it was like 10 minutes apart. Like this whole
Oh
thing
yeah, it was
happened
super
10
fast.
yeah, it was super fast.
Now he's back again. Word has probably spread through the hospital that he's back. He was already
Security
back.
on high alert.
He's back again with this strange monk woman. You know what? Let him scrub in. I don't know where his chops are at anymore.
Right.
I'm not sure if he ever let him scrub in and put on the fucking OR scrubs
Right.
and all that shit. Like what the fuck?
Clearly, it's
Hey,
been
man,
2
it's
years.
comic books,
We've
man.
probably revoked his
We
medical
let it go.
license, but it's okay. But in a wonderful show of trust, his hand still shakes, and he goes, "Hey, guy, I need you to do this. We're cool."
Hey, guy.
Key
He's
moment
sure.
in the
Stabs him.
movie.
Great moment. The
I
guy's
enjoy
like,
that a lot.
Yeah.
You trust me, cool. Now, mind you, he's still fucked up because she still dies.
I
Not a
don't
big
think that
deal.
was his fault. I think she
I
was
think
ready to
that
let
she
go.
got up.
Stephen
Yeah, she got up
Strange-
and bounced. Her spirit bounced.
Yeah, we
So
see
he's
like,
sees
"Oh,
I've
shit,
that.
seen
hang on."
everything up until you, and I
see,
don't
I
see
love-
anything
I
past
love-
it.
Wasn't that a cool moment? I
That's
thought
such a
that
great
whole
moment.
her
I like
death
that.
was really
And look
cool.
at me now,
really
extending
meaningful.
moments for whatever.
I thought
look at
all of that,
snowflakes.
yeah.
That was a cool way to go.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so fucking great. Because you see at first, you're like, what's going on here, right? You see him come out of the astral, go into the astral plane, and his body starts falling back. And she has that moment where she's like, this whole thing is happening in the time it takes for even your body to hit the ground. And you look up and you see the bolts of lightning in the
Still
sky.
arcing, yeah.
Just slowly arcing. And then you realize those things in front of you are like the raindrops.
Yeah.
that are falling like snow, and they have that amazing conversation where he's like, I'm not ready to take the mantle from you right now, and she goes, no one's ever ready.
Yeah.
And he's like, but we need you. She goes, but do you know how many times I've been in this spot of stopping these horrible things from happening, and when you gotta go, you gotta. And then
I like that she said you and Mordor need each other or whatever for his strength or whatever.
His strength, and you're smart.
Because spoilers, they're
Sexy.
not together at the end of the movie. You know what I mean?
Really disappointing.
I do want to say that at some point
You wanted
in
that
this
wong,
movie,
wong, wong, wong.
No. I think we passed it, and unfortunately, I'm sorry to dial it back for you guys right now. But as you know, we do a podcast within a podcast called Rank
Yes,
Those Apps.
I was wondering if this would come up.
Oh
Okay.
man, I was disappointed.
And I'll
Andy,
tell you
did you
what-
watch this?
Andy, give it to me.
Were they grown in labs? Now it's time to rank those apps.
Zing! I will say this. Not a bad-looking man by any stretch of the imagination. Very tall, very lean, great pectoral definition, 0 abs. I'm going to put him 1 from the end. Robert Downey Jr. being probably at the end because he doesn't have any abs whatsoever and didn't have the pecs. That's where I'm at.
Now, here's a key thing, though. When me and Gio were watching this, after that scene, I was just like, oh, man, I can't wait to hear Nick talk about it, his abs. And we didn't see it. I was like, no, in the scene we just saw, he was shirtless. Was he?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that says everything.
That says
I need to
everything.
know.
Look,
You're
Benedict
done,
Cumberbatch,
dude.
very
Benedict
skinny,
Cumberbatch.
great definition. Again, if I could look like him, I would absolutely trade places with him whatsoever. Just compared to the beautiful
The Adonises.
Adonis that was Chris Hemsworth at the #1 spot in Thor. There's no comparison.
I was about
He's
to
at
ask the
tail
same
end of
thing. I
list.
didn't know he was shirtless. I don't.
I look out for them
It's
now.
brief during
Now,
the
what
does
about
happen.
the new podcast within the podcast, the Big Wig Shindig?
Oh, big wig shindig.
Wigging
Now,
out.
let me explain to you a couple things about this movie. He wears, by my count, and this is my professional count, at least 2 wigs in this movie. And the one where he's Shaggy Dabadoo, where he's like, I'm trying to figure stuff out, was so terrible. It looked like a fake dog from Wes Anderson's Isle of Dogs. It just didn't look real at all.
It kinda did.
And then at the end, I can't tell if that's his
Was
real
there a
hair or
wig?
not, but it's dope.
I don't
So
think
I'll
that
give him a
there was a
pass on
wig.
that
I don't
one.
think
There
there's
was
been any-
100% a wig.
He's just literally like,
He had
it looks like he
facial
put it
hair
on
at
top
one
of his
point
other
too,
wig.
right? Where he
Yeah.
had like the
It's
stringy
bad.
weird hair.
It's really bad. But, whatever. I'll give it a pass. Again, I've been proven wrong before. Maybe you guys can go. I'm sure everyone in the comments will be like, Nick, that's totally his real hair. Look at this one shot from Instagram that he took while trying on the wig.
So salty.
And everyone's like, maybe it's his real hair. You guys just
It was
can't.
Evangeline
you guys
Lilly's
can't
hair, right?
It was.
spot
alright.
a wig if your fucking life depended on it. That's why you got old Uncle Nicky here.
Tilda Swinton is dead.
Dead.
Doctor Strange is alive. He gets up. I think he says something to Rachel.
Nobody asks him one question about the dead body.
He's
he
like,
just
I gotta
bodied.
go again,
Adios.
Rachel. I love you.
Slings
I don't
it,
love
goes,
you. Yeah,
hey, Mordo,
yeah.
she's dead. He's like, oh, man, everything's different. Everything's changed. Like, what do I believe? He's like, oh, we don't got time for
We
that. I
got
need your power. I need
Wong.
my
Come
smarts.
on. We're putting give me the green eye thing. What's
They're
it
gonna go
called?
after the Eye of Agamotto.
There you go. We gotta
Agamotto.
get. We all know they're headed to Hong Kong. They're going to Hong Kong. Let's get to Hong
Well,
Kong.
important
Shit's
to
happening in
know
Hong Kong.
That at some point,
Kids
yeah,
got
they're
red
like,
ball.
we gotta
They
go
didn't
do.
destroy New York, so they could have destroyed New York too. It's interesting that they assumed.
I thought they did.
No, because they're about to drop the bomb, and they all go in there and just like kind of push them.
I thought at some point New York must have been destroyed though, because then they have to destroy all 3 of them for Dormammu to come
No,
in.
I think they just had to destroy
Just
two.
a couple of them. Either way, when does he get the eye? Is he always wearing that?
No, earlier he took it because he was like playing with it to find out.
That's how I get the pages back.
Yeah.
Oh, but so he always had it.
Yeah,
on.
he after
Yeah,
that,
Okay,
he just had
he's
it.
I was
had
gonna
it
say.
on.
I really love the
Interesting to
hand
note-
motions they do
Yeah.
for
Where he's
the
like
unlocking it.
rewinding
He
it.
didn't always have it on after that, did he?
Yeah.
Didn't he? Yeah,
Well,
from
well,
that
yeah,
scene,
once he
took it.
playing with that apple.
Yeah, I know they were
Because
like,
he was
hey,
gonna
you're
go
not.
put it back
You're not
when they're
supposed.
having the
That's right, and it blows
conversation.
up.
Yeah, and it blows up.
So I know it's interesting to note that you're not supposed to fuck with time. Like that's a massive no-no. But he could have literally just been like, "I'm gonna roll that back real quick and let's
Yeah.
keep Tilda Swinton here."
Sure.
Just FYI.
But I feel
I get that
like
you're not
she
supposed to do
really
that.
just allowed herself.
She wanted to die.
She was like, I can't see
Well, that's the
past
thing. I think
this.
that
This
she
is the
found her successor, and she was like, "We're all
Sorcerer
good."
Supreme.
She was like,
Yeah.
I'm ready to go
Yeah.
finally. It's
Dope
like
name.
Luke in Last Jedi.
In
Shut up.
I love the idea
Shut
that
up.
the Sorcerer Supreme and the Taco Supreme are probably were given the same name by the same person. In my opinion. Yeah.
So they jump over to Hong Kong, and guess what? They're too late.
Supreme.
Mads and the boys have already fucking killed all these
Blew
people.
shit up.
Yeah, the Dormammu eggs and shit are coming out. It's all purple and weird, and
Well,
there's
we see
fires
Wong
and
in
shit.
Hong Kong first.
Wong goes in.
and
Well,
they
he's
do
like
they
prepping
do a
with a bunch of
shot of
sorcerers.
yeah, it was a whole team, a squad of sorcerers.
Yeah.
They're ready
Nobody
to fucking
passes this
fight.
part, yeah.
It does this cool ass camera thing where it goes through and you see like people making noodles and people like
The
doing
guy
all
with the red
all
ball. I
bunch-
talked about the boy with the red
bunch
ball.
of shit. Yeah. And then that's when fucking things get bad.
But then when does Strange
Then
shows
they
up
come-
later, right?
Yeah, they come through and it's already too late.
Yeah, everyone's
dead.
Right.
And
We don't know Wong is
and-
dead, but
yeah.
he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like because Chiwetel
He's
Ejiofor is like,
impaled.
I don't know if I want to do this. And he's like, listen, I need you right now. And he's like, all right, cool, let's go fucking party. And then they go through and
Then
everyone's
he
dead.
uses the rush and he rewinds all the shit and it's all cool and it's done. And he pops out Mordor. Mordor's like, oh, we're rewinding shit. All right, cool. And then he pops out Wong, who's been impaled on the thing. And he pops up. He's like, wow, I was impaled on that thing. Crazy. And then Mads is like, fuck this. I'm going to pop out on my own. I don't need
Wiggles
you.
out, yeah.
I got fucking dark power. I've been sucking on.
The
Dark juice.
Dormammu
the
dick.
dark juice from
From-
them Dormammuries.
That's what I like to see.
There we go.
And so we're seeing it all in reverse. It's cool. These people are getting unkilled and unblown up, and they're still
Stuck in
making
the wall.
fucking shrimp scampi over there. I was
Delicious.
watching. I was like, Andy's got to love this
Delicious,
right
dude.
there.
Delicious.
Looks like some
So
good
good.
shrimp
It's
linguine.
again a really cool fight scene, and it shows like in Ant-Man we had how can we make a cool fight scene with big and small things, and this is like
And
how
they
can we
nailed
make
it.
a cool fight scene with time.
Time, yeah.
It's awesome.
So
So creative.
cool. At the end, when Mads gets thrown into the wall as it's like rebuilding and he gets stuck
Yeah,
in there, it was
so
such
awesome.
a good use
so
of stuff.
Jesus.
Yeah.
There was the girl on their team, the
the
bad
fish
guys
tank?
team, where she just was it a fish tank? Because I was
Someone
like,
got stuck in the
she
fish
just
tank.
got-
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
She just got put behind a glass.
Yeah, it was
why
it
couldn't
was
she
a fish
break it?
tank, which is horrifying because who
But-
wants to drown in a fish tank?
You don't have to drown though.
She's
like, you
gonna
have
punch
magic
through that.
powers. Yeah.
She got out of that. That's okay.
But she was just like,
If Mads can get out of a fucking wall, she's getting out of a fish
He's
tank.
like really
she was
cool.
in it like
Tim, I could put you in a fish tank right now. I guarantee
No, I
you.
feel
You
like
just
it was
stretch your
body
legs a
sized.
little bit. You
I
just
don't know.
you
Yeah,
bounce
it was
around.
huge. It was massive.
Yeah, sure.
I think it was just a glass panel. in
But
front
what
of
if
her.
your hands are just like you can't? You're stuck in
that
there.
tight.
You
It
pop
looked-
out,
even
glass
then,
shark,
like a
cut
wiener
your
dog.
throat,
You wiener
water
dog
gets in,
Extend.
drowned that way. That's an even worse way
She
to
did.
go.
Choke on
I'm
a
sure
guppy.
she was
Yeah,
fine.
you didn't see any sharks in there.
Oh, actually, they were for sure fine because after the fight, they're all about to attack them, and then they get
Special
Kevin's
effects.
right.
Kevin.
yeah.
They had special effects though.
But she could have drowned multiple ways.
So Mads lays it
How
out
was
for
it?
him that they're all fucked. It's over. You can't stop this. Blah 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 blah, and says something that cues in Stephen Strange's mind about time.
You're out of
Out of
time.
time.
You're out of time.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was like,
Time?
I've heard of time, and then
It's a great
and he
fight.
flies up.
Great fight.
Yeah.
Very heroic.
Flies up there into the dark world to find Dormammu, and he's coming to bargain.
Dormammu, I've come here to bargain.
That's good. That's
That's
getting
getting
way better.
in there, dude.
I've come here to bargain.
Why is the jaw doing that?
Yeah, that's,
That's how
To
you
get
have
the
to do it.
voice
If you have a
right, to get
British
the voice
accent
right.
and you want to do American accent, you have to go
okay.
Dormammu.
And then fucking Mads is like, he abandoned you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look
that
at
was
this
good.
guy,
That
he's
was a good
coward.
moment.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
look,
yeah.
he's just running away.
Yeah,
Fuck
he
him.
doesn't
clearly
know
not,
what's
though.
happening.
and Mordo's like, fuck, man, he did. He
Now,
didn't know.
this
Wong
Dude.
believed though. You
Wong
could see it.
fucking
Wong
believed,
believed. He was
man.
like, oh, I got him.
The end of this movie is one of the reasons why I would rank this a little higher than I would have normally. Fun
Absolutely.
movie, but the fact that they ended it like this, I thought I'm like, this is so fucking fun and clever.
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna result. Like how do you fight? Well, the one thing I did want to see was the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, where it's somebody fighting a fucking planet.
Yep.
I don't need that. That's not fun. There's no reality to that. It's just absurd. It's
It didn't
absurd.
end with a giant
Guardians
blue
did it
beam
well, though.
fucking blowing things up and like
It was
actually fighting him. And I love
actually
it because
clever. It was
this whole
actually
movie,
clever.
they're dealing with cool physical, like hand-to-hand fight or like weird magic blasts
Yeah.
and stuff. And then they're like, oh, there is this like Galactus level planet, whatever the fuck you want to call it, which how big can we possibly get? And it's like they kept talking about it. And watching the movie the first time, I remember being like, oh man, like
I don't wanna
that's
see
the
this.
sequel.
Yeah.
You know, like no, they
Nope.
did it in this
That was
movie,
it.
and they did it great because that was the one fight that wasn't physical.
No. Mental.
It was
See,
mental. It was great, and then
he was smart.
I love it so
Smart
much, and it gives
smart
this
cookie.
movie such a boost for me. But
Yeah.
overall, I feel like this movie just did what the Marvel kind of cookie cutter formula did out of order. Where the last third of this movie is the best part of this movie.
Oh yeah,
and it's like
the whole
that's
thing is built.
shocking.
The whole thing is so well built to that when he gets to the point where he's like, "I've just outsmarted you." It really feels validating. Like it feels fulfilling.
It's
when you
awesome
go,
as shit.
You see, you don't realize what he's doing at first.
I felt like
you
I
see the
did it.
green, and I was like, "Yeah." You see the green, you're like, "What's he doing?" He goes, "I'm coming to negotiate," and then you start slowly realizing that from the get go, he's got him beat.
Time loop, yeah.
Because he's like, all you have to do is
I love
keep killing me, but
Dormammu
you're
slowly
fucked.
waking up to it.
Yeah,
we
what
keep
is-
starting
what
to
is
say the
happening?
same thing.
What is
Like, what are
happening?
you doing?
But I also love that. Like I feel that
like,
is
this is time.
the moment where he hands the scalpel to the other guy. That's a big moment character wise.
Yeah.
But I feel like by the end of this movie,
This is
he's
the
ready,
ultimate sacrifice.
He's ready to literally sacrifice not only his life but an eternity of deaths
repeating.
Yeah,
to save people.
Now, did
Pretty
he?
awesome.
Do you think he remembered?
Yes.
yeah, because
Yeah.
he was in control
Okay.
of the time.
And that
so
was
he knows
that's
every
always
single
been
time.
my one thing with it. Is like, all right,
sucks.
cool. But at what point would Dormammu stop killing you and start torturing you?
yeah.
You know what I mean? He just keeps getting stabbed and killed. Like, at what point is he putting things up your pee-pee and up your
Oh my
fingernails?
God.
Like, I'm sorry, I've studied torture once or twice. You know what I mean? Like, when's he taking out your teeth one by
Where did
one?
you study
Hot.
torture?
I mean,
Don't worry about it, Catman do.
he can still reverse it, couldn't he?
No, because he's not reversing it. It's just in a loop. So when he dies,
He has to die
Yeah.
for the loop to continue.
Maybe Dormammu's never heard of torture. That's a good point that I didn't think of.
He'd
That's a
never
good
heard of
point.
time. He had never heard of time.
He's like, what the fuck's time,
Yeah.
man?
Well, I guess if he keeps torturing him, then
He'll
he.
die eventually. You
Well,
don't
yeah,
have
no,
an
he's
IV.
going to die, but I mean,
But,
like,
like, yeah, how
how
many-
much
no,
of that
but
can you
years
fucking
of
take?
torture.
Right, but if he keeps, well, I think that's the point. Is that like he's willing to keep going through this, whether
I
it's
get
death
it.
or torture.
I get it. I'm just in my head. I was like, it's not the death I would be worried about. It would be him slowly taking off pieces of my.
I guess
flesh.
either way, Dormammu is still like
Why's he
focused
fighting?
on him doing the thing and not doing the other thing.
Yeah, that's the thing is I feel like it was checkmate from the get-go, and Dormammu being an entire ethereal plane is smart enough to realize like no matter what I could do to
Sure,
this guy,
sure.
no matter what happens, I'm
I'm not
still
saying
stuck
it's a
in
huge
this loop.
problem.
Right.
I
No, it's a
would
good
have liked
point.
to have seen him come back a shattered, broken man.
But I feel like I also would have liked to see that, and we should go find Benedict Cumberbatch ourselves
film some scenes.
and just flay his
I want some
fucking face
scenes.
off.
Whoa, Jesus!
No.
Speaking of his
No.
face, did you know that his face is Dormammu's face?
Oh, really?
They used Benedict Cumberbatch to
There
do
were
it.
all
That's
these
cool.
weird lines. So
because
I couldn't
they thought he
tell.
was so
Added line.
impressive in The Hobbit as
Grimly.
the dragon.
So we come back.
Smaug.
We come back down there.
Yeah,
Strange
Smaug.
comes back. Sorry, I spit a little bit there.
No, but it didn't
was like a
move
little
like spit
bubble.
though. That's
yeah,
why
it's like
bubble,
yeah.
yeah.
What are they gleeking? Is that what they
Yeah.
call it?
No, that's not
Gleek is
gleeking.
different.
What is
That was
gleeking?
queef.
Gleeking?
No, that's totally
it's
different.
when you
Queef involves a
you
vagina.
can shoot saliva
I
out
know
of your
that part.
mouth.
I'm worried.
Oh, when you do the
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
I can
Jesus,
do it.
like
fuck.
spit
I can do it. I'm not
On
going to do it
command?
right now. Yeah.
I do by accident once in a
Do you
while.
wanna see it?
No, I don't
I'll
want to see
show
it.
you.
I don't want to see
I'll
it.
show you.
Please
So
don't.
what happens then?
He comes down and he's like, guess what, Mads? It's over. And he's like, what did you do? And they all start like getting all fucking weird, like little
Yeah.
like California raisin people.
This expands.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what it
yeah,
is.
and
California raising people exactly what I thought.
they get sucked up into the fucking plane or whatever. The fucking door closes. Everything's happy.
You're not going to talk about
Stevens-
the trivia?
Doctor
Yeah, tell me,
Doctor
what do you
Strange
got?
makes a joke.
Like, if you notice, as they're going up, it looks like they have one eye. And a lot of people saying they're mindless ones from Marvel.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, there was a whole bunch of
The
comic
mindless
stuff
ones
that I'm
are
like,
these
at this
weird
point, I
monsters
can't even.
that Dormammu and a couple other people can just bring up. They're like fucking indestructible.
Oh,
Yeah, they have one big purple eye.
Okay.
So
I forget what Strange's joke was at this point. I did it again. Spit a little bubble again.
But it's so weird because it looks like lint,
Yeah,
like the way lint would
they're-
Oh, I've
move.
been eating some lint before this. What's the
Damn it,
joke?
what was the joke? It was,
I
long
think he was
laugh.
like, haha, that guy's fucking dead.
And then Wong thought it was
so
funny.
sad.
I watched it twice too.
Like
'cause
a
I had to
broke
run
ass
it
Three
back.
track.
times actually said.
He said something
No,
that was like
rewound it
slightly
a lot.
witty.
Oh no, I know what it was. The warning should be in.
Oh, at the
Oh,
end.
the warnings
Yeah,
are
warnings
at
are
the
You
end.
gotta read the whole thing because
That
they
was
put
funny.
the warnings after the spells.
And then Wong ruins it laughing.
I hate fake laughing in movies.
Yeah.
Second only to bad wigs. That is my second pet
And
peeve.
so then we're like, yay, we're done. Everything's saved. And Mordor's like, no, I'm a huge fucking bitch. And it's cool that everything didn't get, I don't know what's real anymore, what's fake.
What
I gotta
he
do.
kept saying, he said it like 12 times. The bill comes at the end or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
The bill comes due,
The bill comes
which
due.
is a cool way to say that is all fucked and we're
But
gonna
like
fuck.
he kept saying
And now
it.
Thanos, I guess, is the bill.
I don't think
know.
so.
So he walks off. Strange and Wong go back and put the old eye of our Agamotto down, and Wong's like, oh, you know,
Say it, dog.
it's probably not. You'll get back to it one day. It's not safe for you to walk around with an infinity stone on your neck, and everybody's like,
That was a dope moment. In the movie theaters, the
Thanks.
whole theaters
Yeah.
went,
I'll explain to you right now.
I just got chills right now.
Yeah.
Because this is what Wong
So
does.
hot,
Wong goes, it's not smart to be walking around outside with an infinity stone strapped to your neck. And Strange is like, cool. And they put it back and walk away. I'd have been like, let's stop right there. This thing that can control time that I thought was the Agamotto is now something called an infinity stone. Could you clarify
you know,
that
they
for
had
me?
that
no,
conversation.
he,
Wait,
yeah,
no.
he definitely was like, wait, what? And he's like, haha, you know nothing. Jon
Yeah,
Snow.
that happened.
That
You
did
know
happen,
nothing, John.
He said
no, good
something.
point,
He was like,
good
"Yeah,
point.
you have much to learn.
You have so
or
much more to
whatever."
learn.
Yeah.
So much more to learn. I would be like, can we start with that though? Could that be the first
I'll
lesson?
take a break, man.
I just
some
saved the
lunch or
world with this
something.
motherfucker. That's fair. Euro? You want
fighting
Euro?
all
Let's go to
day.
Chipotle.
Call him Tony. You're like,
Talk
where's that
there.
Euro place you've been talking about?
So
Fucking
that
good.
happens.
And the post-credit
Strange goes
scene.
back to New York. And
No, we had a
has
dope scene where he's
shot.
like with the cool like harpsichord style music, and he throws the cape around him and then
Yeah, in
floats
New
out.
York,
Is
right?
that
Yeah,
what?
in
Wait,
New York,
wait.
asshole.
Oh, so we missed the scene earlier where he puts on the cape and like has that really dramatic moment, and then the cape starts cleaning him.
taking off
And
his
he's like,
tears.
"Stop,
Yeah, that was cute. That was real
stop."
cute.
We did miss that. That was
That's
after
fucking great. That reminded
the
me of
chosen
Tim
one
so
died.
so badly.
You're his cape.
Yeah.
That'll be the post-credit scene. The post-credit scene for this will be you standing here and Kevin wiping away your tears.
I don't know if I can do that.
I know. Well, we'll hurry up. I know you're on a time crunch. And then then we get the Doctor Strange thing. Then it's our time for post-credit scenes. The first one is the Thor scene from Thor Ragnarok.
which was fun.
Which I feel like they reshot, by the way, right? For Thor
Probably.
Ragnarok.
Did
They must
We'll
have.
It seems
see
very
in a week or
similar.
two.
I don't think
the
so.
thing- he
But
looked like the
I didn't
bear.
like it. I was like, oh,
Because that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
In
like
Ragnarok, it was way higher energy. I feel like. Where he was joking around like, what the fuck's going on? Like he was being transported all around. This one was like really subdued.
Well, it was a really short part of it also.
No, yeah, that's the extended part.
I just didn't
where
like that
they're
they
transporting
took
around.
it. I didn't like that it was a part of Ragnarok.
I thought it was
I would have
cool.
rather it just been.
Yeah, I like it
something
when they're
different.
self-contained. I didn't like even in
Civil
Ant-Man
War.
being Civil War.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Same.
I thought it was
Okay,
cool.
Then
stop
there's
doing
more
that, you
credits. A lot of
bastards.
people worked on this film. Then it's Mordor. Guess what? He's a bad guy now.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Benjamin Bratt is in there working on some fucking shit with one of those things that spin and you sand or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a man. And he turns around. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing here, Mordor?" And he's like, "Ah," and he grabs the crowbar because he knows it's going down. Mordor sucks the spirit out of him. Benjamin Bratt goes.
He's like, I know you've been sucking on the dark juice from Dorm Memories.
Not even that. That wasn't even the
No,
thing.
he was just like too many
It was just that,
sorcerers.
yeah, he's like, it's just that you're using the power in a stupid way, and I figured out what's wrong with the world. There's too many sorcerers.
Oh,
Leaves him
okay.
paralyzed.
He's really mean.
End credits. Doctor Strange will return. The end.
Yeah. Trying to see if there's any other interesting Easter eggs.
We left
The
out
thing is-
Stan Lee's cameo.
So I got the Stanley cameo here.
on the
Stanley
bus.
is busy immersing himself in Aldous Huxley's 1954 essay, The Doors of Perception, which is a philosophical account of Huxley's experiences while using
LSD?
mescaline,
Oh.
a naturally occurring hallucinogen with effects similar to LSD. This is a reference not only to the trippy
Been
quality
there.
of Steve Ditko's early work on Strange, but also the way in which the character resonated with and in some respects foreshadowed the trends of 1960s counterculture. See, this is good. A lot of the
I mean,
Easter
this
eggs in
thing
Doctor
is
Strange
very
are very fucking
drug-induced, yeah.
drug-induced shit, or it's a lot of like super nerdy ass comic stuff of like the vaulting boots of Valtor, like stuff.
If you play it
a lot of words.
backwards to
Just
the
rolls off the tongue.
to the Pink Floyd
Floyd's-
soundtrack,
The only cool
I
Easter,
wish that'd be fucking awesome.
I was gonna say the only cool Easter egg random name they throw out is the staff of
The Living Tribunal.
Living Tribunal.
Yeah.
Because like that does play a role in
Infinity Gauntlet.
Is it War?
Gauntlet's the comic.
It's the one immediately after Gauntlet.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah,
the
'cause
Infinity War
the-
comic.
yeah.
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 Yeah, because the staff of Living Tribunal, he goes on to explain that some
Cosmic
magic is
energy.
too powerful to be
Real
sustained by
strong.
humans alone, so artifacts are used to carry the burden. The Living Tribunal is, in fact, one of the most powerful beings in all of Marvel. This vast humanoid cosmic entity protects the multiverse from destruction. It usually intervenes when the cosmic balance is seriously threatened. So there's just a lot of that type of shit. It's just like
Where was
More
it?
some
Where was
stuff.
it when Dormammu was trying to eat the fucking planet?
That's still balanced.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Stupid.
you could see Peter
Well, they're
Piker,
not- it's not
Peter
balance of
Piker
Earth.
swinging in the
I don't
back.
give a fuck about Earth.
We're the
Peter
folk
Piker's
amongst the
swinging
world.
around there.
Ragu Bagu time. By the way, guys, a couple days ago, I was at Safeway. Saw Ragu, the sauce. And as I was looking at it, Gia pulled out her Bagu. And I was like, oh, it's fucking Ragu Bagu.
What do you mean
The fuck's a
Bagu?
Bagu?
A
Bagus are
bagu.
those like
It's
fucking
Japanese for bag.
Is that true?
Ragu,
Oh, is that like one of those
Ragu,
collaborations?
Dun 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 dun.
Ragu.
Dun 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 dun.
We get a bagu.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast within a podcast within a podcast. It's Ragu Bagu Vids. That's twitter.com/Ragu Bagu Vids. Go to patreon.com/kindafunny.
Crushing this.
For just $1,000, you can run the Ragu Bagu Twins account forever.
I think we're getting close to 3,000 followers, by the way.
Oh, shit, nice.
Yeah, so
All right,
follow
cool.
us, Ragu Bagu Vids. That's RAGUBAGUVIDS.
This is where Andy and I rank the Marvel Cinematic Universe bad guys. Worst to best right now, it stands these fucks from Thor 2, Abomination from Hulk, Ronan from Guardians, Cross from Ant-Man,
Always have to look
Loki
at
from
it.
Thor, Obadiah from Iron Man, People are texting me right now. Obadiah from Iron Man. Number 8, Mandarin / Aldrich Killian from Iron Man 3. Number 7, Rockwell / Mickey Rourke from Iron Man 2. Number 6, Red Skull from Captain America. Ultron from Ultron. Please stop fucking texting me, everybody, about these Mizzou videos. Number 4, Hydra, Captain America Winter Soldier. Number 3, Loki from Avengers. Number 2, Bacon Guy from Civil War. Number 1, Michael B. Jordan from Black Panther. I forgot we called him Bacon Guy.
Bacon Guy.
So now we're
Bacon
putting
Guy.
Mads and Dormammu?
Caecilius and Dormammu.
Mads and Dormammu. All right.
Mads and Dormammu.
Dormammu, I think, is really cool. Mads is fine. Oh my God, Nick, why are you calling me?
Damn you.
God damn it.
I feel like he should be
Right above Red Skull.
right.
Wow.
Oh,
Right above
ooh,
Red Skull.
really?
No
I
way.
was gonna say
What do you mean?
underneath Rockwell and Mickey.
Nah, man.
Above Mandarin and Aldrich Killing. I just didn't.
Red Skull, you know.
Well, you're not on the show, so it's fine. It's
Yeah,
me and
that's-
Andy.
It's a good point,
Whoa,
Greg.
whoa, I'm a co-president.
No.
No, you're
co-president.
I
knew I was gonna do something.
I know you're gonna do something. I agree. Number 8, we'll put in Mads and Dormammu.
Nick, how do you
Sweet.
feel about this? I don't. This seems.
Ready for the outro video? Dun 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 now.
Ragu.
Dun 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 now.
Bigoted by Bagu.
I like how if you want to stop the
added
Nick in his
five.
conversation, just have him do a song.
Exactly. I was like,
Is that how you do it?
I was like,
team?
Nick's gonna explain something. Let me just start the theme song, and he'll forget.
Joey, can you pull up the ranking, please? The ranking of the Marvel Cinematic Universe thus far: number 1, Captain America: Civil War; number 2, Captain America: The Winter Soldier; number 3, Avengers; number 4, Guardians of the Galaxy; number 5, Iron Man; number 6, Black Panther; number 7, Ant-Man; number 8, Iron Man 2; number 9, Avengers: Age of Ultron; number 10, Captain America: The First Avenger; number 11, Iron Man 3; number 12, The Incredible Hulk; number 13, Thor; number 14, Thor: The Dark World.
This is the first time where I've had the issue some of you have, and I realize I'm not going to be able to stop Doctor Strange. I know everybody likes it more than me at this point. You know what I mean?
Right.
And again,
How low
to
do
be
you-
clear,
how-
I don't not like it. I don't think it's a
high
bad
are you
movie.
trying
I
to put it?
enjoyed it the first time. I just never wanted to watch it again, and I didn't have a great time watching it. It was fine. I mean, for me personally, like, I think it's.
See, my
It's
question.
tough. This is a tough one. I mean, I would personally, I'd put it at 12.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, I like Iron Man 3 better. I like Captain
Shit,
America
I-
better. Ultron, I would. This is now into the Greg Miller problem of what you're talking about. Is like I think it's better than Ultron.
Yeah.
but I don't.
That's my problem. See, my problem is I don't necessarily know if it's better than Iron Man 2, but I do want to give it. I kind of inclined to put it above Ant-Man.
I also. wanna
I
put
am on the
above
same
Ant-Man.
boat, Nick
Yeah.
Scarpino.
Whoa.
Because like Ant-Man,
Perfect.
fun watching it again, almost like watching these back to back almost. Like
Oh really?
I'm just like God.
Here's
I like
my
Strange
thing.
better. It's just
Here's
a
my
fun,
thing.
a more different story.
I like Ant-Man better. But I think it's because I like Ant-Man the movie better because I like so many more parts of it. If that makes sense. Doctor Strange. Yep, the action's awesome. The fight scenes are great. Like I love the effects they're using. But like. Just Strange himself, I never was really behind. Like I never thought he was being an awesome dude. You know what I mean? Like even where he hands over the scalpel, yep. Where he's gonna go up there and sacrifice himself, yep. But it's still been a movie of him being a dick. And then it's also the thing of just like what we were talking about earlier, you in particular earlier, and I've joked around about it in this review a lot. The rest of the characters, like I struggle to
Forgettable.
tell you their names,
Yeah.
just because and I was watching it with captions, where it's just
Yeah.
like,
Wait, really?
all right, yeah.
You're making a
So
good point, Greg.
interesting.
I
mean, like,
Like
really-
there's so few characters there where it's like I can
They're
name
all
them
dumbass
all off.
names, though.
Some of them have dumbass names. It's true.
I feel like I could make an argument for it to be anywhere between 5 and 8. Like, I think it's better than Avengers: Age of Ultron, but I feel like as a standalone origin movie, this movie does a very good job.
Bang up.
And in that way, is better than Iron Man because of the end, like the final third,
end
and the
being
way
so good, yeah.
so good, and like getting all these like random things going on. But it's also hard for me to put Ant-Man
like-
below it.
My
And Black
one-
Panther below it.
My thing there, right? And I'm not hating this movie. This is just one of our actual interesting disagreements. You say it does a better job of being an origin movie, but weren't you also saying in the same review that like aren't they playing fast and loose with what the logic is and how things work and what the rules of his powers are?
In terms of him, the character of Strange, where we see him in the beginning of the movie, where we see him at the end of the movie, where we know he ends up going. Like I feel like they did a really good job with the character that honestly all of us were like, fuck this guy. At least Ant-Man's funny. The fact that this movie's not funny and is as good as it is, I give it so much bonus points. And that's why It gets hard where when I vote, I'm not going to vote it that high, but I'm saying I can see it in there. We're at the point now where I think the top 4 are in a league of their own, and then it goes down to the 5 to 8 range, and then we start getting into the range.
Do we feel like everyone can agree this is better than Avengers: Age of Ultron? Though.
Yes.
I think so. That's our starting point right there. What about Iron Man 2?
I think it's better than Iron Man 2.
Well, now we're in the actual voting thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
do I-
Don't try to hijack this podcast.
I'm not trying to hijack. I just
I mean, does anybody have any, like, before we vote, is there you guys want to make some statements to sway some motherfuckers?
I think since this was my first time seeing it, I enjoyed it a lot, like way more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
And I would say that when I rewatched Iron Man, I did think a lot. I thought there were a lot more dumb moments than there were in Doctor Strange. Comedy is great in Ant-Man, but I do think when I was watching, there were more cheesy, corny moments in Ant-Man that I just kind of felt that were lame. I don't know.
Well, also
Hard to
to
explain.
me, the reason why I would put it just a notch above Ant-Man was just because like I didn't like the bad guy in Ant-Man. I just thought, oh,
You
it's
didn't
a
like
guy.
Cross?
It's a guy in a suit
I
fighting another guy in a
hated him.
suit, and they all have the same.
Well,
they both have the exact same power.
Isn't that
Like,
what?
yes, that's generally
Yeah.
how this goes.
No, I
but
mean even now.
Yeah, Doctor Strange's counterpart here is a guy who's also a
Caecilius?
evil wizard.
Caecilius?
Fair,
Yeah, but I think
fair.
I think at the very, very end with Dormammu, I think that sets it
The
apart.
moment changes everything.
Yeah, I think
but like
Caecilius
there's
sucks.
You know, I think this is a much bigger
He was
movie. I think
cool.
this is much more like up until this point, we really haven't seen anything like the style of this movie, and I think the action sequences are so well done that it puts them just a little bit like so creative that it notches them just a little bit
I feel
above.
like Ant-Man did
for
the
me.
same thing. Like out of all those movies, those are the two that I'm
Yeah.
like, they visually
agree.
have
Yeah.
that.
It's
cool.
just, I don't. I just enjoyed Ant-Man so much more. And Ant-Man is a movie that I left. And these are both those origin movies where I think for both characters, we went in and watched them originally and we're like, what the fuck's this going to be about? And I was like, oh. But Ant-Man I've come back to so many times in conversations of like, and when they do the recap and all this and blah, blah. And like, yeah, like, like there's been so many more enjoyable I just enjoyed Ant-Man leagues more than I enjoyed this movie this time around.
Yeah, I think that might be. I mean, that's the thing too. Is it's not a hill worth dying on for me with putting it above Ant-Man. Like those two movies in my brain are very close.
Yeah, all of them
As far
are
as like I think back, I'm like, what would I want to watch again? And I wanted to
Ant-Man.
watch Ant-Man again, and I enjoyed Ant-Man. Sitting down to watch Strange, I was like, oh man, this movie's it's just creative on a different level.
Yeah.
And I think it just scratched an itch over the weekend that I didn't know I wanted scratched again.
I do think
But-
the ending with Dormammu is like we finally
it's so
got
clever.
kind of like a Christopher Nolan-esque
Yeah.
like finale where it kind of catches you off guard. You don't really see that coming, and that's why I appreciate this movie more than Ant-Man.
Yeah, I mean, we did have Ant-Man go subatomic, which was pretty cool. But at the same time, you knew that's what was going to happen.
Yeah.
You're
I
like,
wasn't
oh,
blown
the
away-
second you saw her go subatomic, you're like, okay, great,
right.
he's going to have to go subatomic at some point. This one, I
Yeah.
was like, I guess it's going to have something to do with time, but I'm not quite sure. And then they snuck that in there that Dormammu doesn't have time, isn't have a concept for it. So it was so clever to me. And I'm like, yes, it's not Punch Harder. It's not like guy versus guy that are exactly matched. Oh, well, I could just kind of beat you. I beat you with this bad boy. This is my power, my brain. For those of you listening at home who can't tell that this tapping sound is me hitting against my temple.
Do it louder.
Fucking punch yourself in the temple.
So I mean, for that alone, that is something that after how many movies? 14 movies. This at the ending of this, I was like, oh, I remember in the theaters going, that's fucking cool. That's actually really clever how they did that. And I didn't, for a person who should have seen it coming, I didn't see it coming. So that's why I might notch it just a little above
right.
Ant-Man.
It's voting time.
Stupid.
Everybody that thinks it's better than Avengers: Age of Ultron, raise your hand.
Everybody
All
rose their
raised
hands.
our hand.
Unanimous.
Everyone that thinks it's better than Iron Man 2, raise your hand. Everyone except Greg.
Yeah, okay.
What?
Sorry, I was doing what you're doing. I thought you were moving on to everybody who thinks.
Everyone except Greg. Everybody who thinks it's better than Ant-Man, raise your hand. Ooh, wow.
Bold.
Nick, Kevin, and Andy raised it up. Everyone who thinks it's better than Black Panther, raise your hand.
I don't, but I think it's better than Iron Man, the first Iron Man.
That's not how I play the game, man.
Fast and loose.
Suck it.
So the new rankings.
I was just gonna say, I think that this is like the best origin movie that Marvel has made. Where like Iron Man was funnier, but in the third act it kind of falls apart. In this movie, in the third act, it really shines.
Ramps up and shines. Number one.
Or is that the argument we're gonna do? Or argue why Iron Man's a better or worse film?
No.
I think Iron Man's way better.
no,
I think Tony changes way earlier and comes out, and then I start cheering for Tony.
Yeah, but then
where
the
I think
movie's
Strange
not
is
that
still
great.
being
But
a
just
dick.
as a
I know,
movie-
but I'm just
Joey,
saying.
can we pull up the ranking? Although I guess
Yeah.
Oh no, go back,
Yeah.
Joey.
We don't ever do this. I
bad.
Joey.
Number 1, Captain America: Civil War. Number 2, Captain America: Winter Soldier. Number 3, Avengers. Number 4, Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 5, Iron Man. Number 6, Black Panther. Number 7, Doctor Strange. Number 8, Ant-Man. Number 9, Iron Man 2. Number 10, Avengers: Age of Ultron. Number 11, Captain America: The First Avenger. Number 12, Iron Man 3. Number 13, The Incredible Hulk. Number 14, Thor. Number 15, Thor: The Dark World. We only got a couple more, boys and girls.
exciting times.
It's exciting times.
Yeah.
Next week, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Spider-Man: Homecoming on Thursday.
I want to watch
With
that.
A couple winners.
Jack
right there.
Patillo from Achievement Hunter joining
boy.
us. So we're going to have to figure out how that's going to all work. It won't affect the voting. Don't worry about that. We're
Is
gonna
Jack
keep
on the
this shit.
Spider-Man Homecoming one?
He's on both?
We're gonna hang him upside down.
Okay.
I am so high.
Until
that
next
I
time.
can't hear.
Have a marvelous day.
Hey, Kevin, can you come mic me?
Yeah. 1 second.
Why did you move so quickly? It was unnecessary.
What do you mean? This,
Like-
this is the wrong way.
I feel like I'm wearing you.
Just,
Part of you is inside me.
you have a little bit right here on your face. Joey, did I get it?